Hey, what's up? It's Mister Young.
And it's foreign in the building.
Fresh from Grapplemax Unity. We just walked over from Fuchao building. You know what? Let's get our thoughts right out there. We're starting the podcast right here on the casting couch. Wait, hang on. The foreign couch.
Dude, welcome to my crib, bro.
Heck yeah. I want to know one thing though, bro. How many times has the Bukit Batok massage therapist visited this crib? That's the real question.
Dude, we are Lavender, bro. Why would I have to get a therapist all the way from Bukit Batok, bro?
I don't know. You
There's
brought
a
up the
lot around here. I'm just saying. Huh? What?
BBTM, hashtag BBTM. Thank you so much for watching the podcast here today. Man, we have so much to talk about. We're so buzzed from Grapplemax's Unity. We're going to talk about SPW's Tranquilo. That's happening on Friday as well. And then after that is WWE's Survivor Series. Whoa, okay.
Dude, what a packed way to end November. And just for some context, for some of our listeners who haven't seen this setup, they're thinking like, when did this happen? What is going on, right?
Yeah.
The last time we actually did one podcast episode, it was me, you, and Prabhu.
Yes, after an SPW show, right?
Correct, that was last year. I remember, I think it was Hardcore Island, I believe.
Yeah.
So we bust out this this setup maybe once a year.
Correct.
Yeah.
So
only for the bigger shows.
Yes. Once in a while you come to my place. You remember we did that episode, now we're doing it here. And I guess this leads us very nicely into what we're about to talk about, because the reason we are here is it's very near the Fuchao building, which is traditionally the home of SPW.
Yes.
Not tonight.
Okay, speaking of which, I need to start off and address something first.
Oh, you need to address something.
Before we jump into the review.
So serious suddenly.
I think I'll be remiss if I don't bring this up, because sometimes when we do the podcast we do it live, right?
Yeah.
When we do live, the brain wire sing it a bit, right? So sometimes I might say stuff that might not be factually true.
Okay. Like your love for Mexican music?
That is true. I do listen to Mexican music.
Okay.
Yeah, but anyway, last week on the podcast we were previewing the show, right? We were previewing Grapplemax Unity, and we were talking about how when the news was made, when Grapplemax broke the news, it happened during Slam and Saver.
That's right.
At Timber.
The graphic just flashed on the screen.
And we were chatting with Greg, we were chatting with Crypto Bro, and then I told them I happened to be standing beside some of the SPW guys.
Yes.
And I said on the podcast, I said it was Ryan and BJJ. So that is factually not true.
Okay.
It was Darren.
Oh,
yes.
Right. Sure. So here's the thing about live shows. And I've been in the industry, the media industry, for years and years and years, right? The number of times when you are live, you say something, you don't even realize that you said it. And then after that, somebody sends you a message, hey, why you say that? And then you go back and listen, oh, yeah. So, wires do cross in a live setting.
Yeah.
So, it just do be like
Correct. But I will be remiss to not mention it, because I think I need to apologize to BJJ. Can you imagine, I say his name, he coughing somewhere, He's like, hey, why this foreign say my name? I didn't even do anything. I wasn't even there, you know what I mean?
Right.
Apologize to you, BJJ.
Okay.
But the fact remains that when the news went down that Unity was going to happen at Fuchao building, I think the fact that I was beside a couple of SPW wrestlers, and also me registering the fact that they're doing it at a traditionally SPW venue was like, wow, it's a big deal.
It is a big deal.
So I was very curious to see the setup. Like, how was Grapplemax going to put out a Fuchao building show?
Yeah, well, at the end of the day, and we talked about this last week as well, a building is just a building. A space to rent to hold an event. And in this case, it was a pro wrestling event, which they are very used to, of course. I'm sure that place has held concerts and seminars and whatnot. So really, at the end of the day, it's just what you want to make of it, lah.
Yeah.
But
you know what? I'm not going to grade it based on how I compare with watching SPW shows. So it's a different piece.
Yeah, this is the Grapplemax scale, as it were.
Correct.
Right?
So I think, what was your first impressions when you saw the setup when you first came in?
There's a sense of familiarity when you walk in. So I'm very used to this place, right? We go to SPW shows all the time. And then to see the Grapplemax logo, I think the first thing was like, okay, this feels surreal.
Yeah. So I think somebody gave me a good comparison. It feels like NXT putting on a show at like ECW Arena.
Yeah.
It's like, spiritually, okay, this place has a lot of memories tied with another promotion. And then now it's like this promotion kind of like, setting down some memories here.
Yeah.
My first impression was that it was a bit more intimate.
Yes.
The stage wasn't really like set up like a proper, with like there was a Titantron.
Yes.
But there wasn't all those like physical props
Right.
You know, there wasn't any cable or like steel girders.
There wasn't a ramp as well.
Ramp, no entrance. So like I think the focus really was about the ring itself.
Yes.
Yeah.
And to see Grapplemax, have sort of that ring, right? It's not SPW's ring, right? It's
No,
they brought their
I
own
think it's
ring
their
there.
own ring. Yeah,
Right.
because first thing I noticed also the mat itself was all black.
Yeah.
Which is the Grapplemax mat,
Correct.
correct? And I saw Dave. Shout out to you, Dave, who I chatted briefly during intermission.
Yeah.
She was like, wow, why is the ring color different? Like not used to it. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's just when you compare, So I think those are the little things that made it different, made it a bit intimate.
I think, okay, to me, the biggest difference was the vibe. And we talked about this before, like Grapplemax definitely has a more family-friendly vibe, from their shows, from the CCs and stuff like that. You're not going to see blood at the Grapplemax show, that sort of like family-friendly entertainment vibe, that was the first thing I felt.
Yeah, you brought up a very good comparison. You said that it felt like a white collar boxing
Yes.
kind of environment, right?
Yeah.
I immediately got that feel as well. Everything was kind of well lit in the sense that everything was well set up. Everything was kind of like positioned interestingly. The sponsors were there. I saw like wrestling card space, Thunderwear, which will come into play later on that night. So it's just a vibe. Like I was trying to get used to the vibe, right?
Yeah.
So that was the first thing I noticed. Second thing I noticed was, dude, we finally stood and got seats on the third floor, bro.
I know, right? Like for the number of times we've been to that building, we've never actually gotten seats on the top, and we finally got them. It's an interesting view. Like,
of to watch wrestling, right?
Yeah.
We're watching wrestling from top down.
Look, we got a lot of really good footage, which we may or may not intersplice with this video right now. But if you see our social media, like the footage was really, really nice. Some of those angles were really beautiful.
Yeah, very aesthetic lah. So for us content creators, it's perfect,
Yeah.
right? So the view was interesting, and I was kind of excited to see how the Grapplemax format and the look and feel, which I'm so used to, like maybe in the smaller space with at Ubi or like in their other shows, CCs and all that.
Yeah.
How it's gonna translate in this space? Well, the space is big.
Yes, that said though, I think because of the stories that they have told, because of the roller coaster ride that they have brought us on, talking about Grapplemax, I think the venue fit the occasion. It felt like a WrestleMania. And as we talk about the card, I think the more and more you'll realize that they sort of booked it kind of like, all right, this is a big hurrah for 2025. This is our WrestleMania.
This is their 9th anniversary, so like a lot of storylines was culminating on this night.
Yes.
And also I think
in big ways.
The biggest thing they were trying to also convey to the audience is that they are putting on a show with like majority of them are just the local wrestlers.
Yes.
All these long-term storylines culminating, and whether they can sell out an arena, a building like Fuchao, purely with on the strength of their storylines.
And kudos to them. And they talked about it last week as well. So I think a statement was made. And
okay.
Don't you think so?
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
they stamped their, so they made their mark in this sort of pro wrestling scene here in Singapore.
Correct. I'll give you another interesting comparison. And maybe it's the Garden, right? And we're talking about MSG, right?
Yeah.
Madison Square Garden. WWE always putting on shows there.
Yeah.
One day, AEW is like, hey, I want to try to sell out the Garden as well.
Yeah.
Well, it's the Garden, right? But then what is the flavor that is brought in that is different because of the promotions? I think I think that's what makes it really, really interesting. And I think us as observers of the local wrestling scene for almost a decade, Mister Young.
Yes.
Holy crap! I think we appreciate the work it took for them to get to this stage in their in the company's history lah.
Oh, absolutely. Sure. And at the end of the day, the wrestling scene in Singapore, it's still growing.
Yep.
The beautiful thing about it is there are people who are out there grinding year round to just put on these shows and get it out there to the quote unquote the regular folk, the normies who don't come and listen to podcasts and read the cheats and are all about it. So kudos to everyone involved. Great job, And talking about local wrestling, like we talked about, this upcoming Friday, SPW, another show. Like when we first started this, right? We didn't really even I know you watched a couple of local wrestling shows. I knew it was there, but I was like, okay lah, whatever lah. Like what can it? Got standard one, man. And then now fast forward, how many years has it been that we've season 8 already, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And this year especially, there have been so many shows in some of the craziest venues. Got nightclub, got projector, RIP, got CCs, like holy crap, like what is in store for next year? I can't wait.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, WWE has of course gotten a bit more mainstream with Netflix and all that. I think it has exposed, a dormant audience, you know, probably in Singapore who hasn't seen WWE. They're like, oh, now it's on Netflix, let me check it out.
Yeah.
But then more than that, like, dude, we've been seeing local wrestling content on Mothership, on like, you know, Straight Style, you know, sorry, what's the Chinese newspaper called?
Zao Bao,
Zao Bao, yes,
Wan
correct.
Bao, all those,
you know what I mean? Like I think what we are trying to achieve here when we did the podcast, which is the same as our local wrestling promotions, is to make wrestling a mainstream, an accepted part of culture here in Singapore. Not a novelty, but like, okay, how can we bring it to the conversation in different ways?
I mean, how cool would it be not just to have, you know, water cooler talk of Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar facing off, but like, you know, oh my God, what happened at Grapplemax last night? Like, how cool would that be?
Yeah, we're literally reacting to what just happened at Grapplemax.
Or like, Naito coming to Singapore, oh my God, you know, like that is that sort of that is that culture that we want here in Singapore. So we've been like showing our excitement, preambling to all that. Let's jump into tonight's show.
Yeah,
Grapplemax Unity, and they talked about it, how they just wanted to sort of go out there and say, look, us OGs, the co-founders, we are out there opening the show, not in the main event. We want to sort of welcome everybody and also show everybody that, hey, we have new stars out there at the main event.
I don't know whether you guys can see on the screen, but like, you know, the amount of like effort that I did to write notes.
Bro, he shook Sindiri only, like nobody else is going to see this. That's why he's showing you guys right now, because it's like he got his notes, right, and then he has a screenshot.
Star ratings, bro.
Like,
okay. To show that, you know, when people ask like, why is Farah always on the phone at wrestling shows? No, I'm not playing the phone, bro. I'm writing notes, I'm reviewing the show, and I'm putting star ratings. Come on, bro. Dude.
Put that shit on Patreon. Okay, come. Okay. Let's talk about Dave and LFG versus Greg, Kelvin, and Christian opening the show.
Yeah. You know how I liken this match too, bro?
Sorry, very quickly, because I do want to mention, big shout out to the pre-show wrestlers. We didn't catch it because we got there by like 7:30 like that.
Yep.
I'm sure you guys tore the house down.
Yes, correct. Shout out to you guys. I am sorry that we're not going to be reviewing what you guys did. But yeah, we're talking about the main card.
Yep.
Like I mentioned, this 6-man tag reminded me of what now, bro?
What?
John Cena's last match on Raw.
Cena and Sheamus and
Rey Mysterio against Judgment Day.
Yeah.
I think, okay, we talk about it as well. On the last podcast, this is almost like a hurrah for like the OGs of Grapplemax, right? Like Cal, you know, Crypto Bro, Greg, Dave, you know, Christian, who's been there for a while already, and of course the newcomer Kelvin. Like I just felt like this was such a great opener because everyone like is solid all around. Everyone, you know, is very well established in Grapplemax, and they didn't have to try to prove themselves. It was really more about, you know, bringing the crowd hype up to kick off the show. And
you know, and I said this several times, right? I literally turned to you because the crowd was reacting like this is awesome chance and like cheering
in the first match.
I literally turned to Foreign and said, it's a drop kick. They popped on the drop kick. They popped on the close. You know what I mean? And that's a beautiful thing to have when you have characters in there doing character work, working the crowd, getting us all hyped up to a point where you don't need to do crazy stunts or like some dangerous thing to get a reaction. That's pro wrestling.
Correct. And you know, for me, I think what I enjoy the most is like the tag team dynamic, right?
Yeah.
You have you know, like the chaos of LFG. You know, you have this overconfidence, arrogance of Big Dave, which is highly entertaining, we know that. And of course, the story of the match, Greg and Boss, you know, getting in ridiculously great shape. Shout out to you, bro. I think his birthday happened recently.
Happy birthday, Greg.
Happy birthday to you. And, you know, it's the story of the GST tease.
So this has been teased for quite a while already. And obviously we know their history from dating way back. They used to be a tag team, right? So yeah, the point of this was to sort of further that, and you know, a little bit of it might be further later on the card. We won't jump there yet. Unfortunately, this kind of put LFG and Kelvin and Christian on the back burner. Did it feel like they were just they were there, but the main focus really was Dave and Greg? Kind of like, when we talked about Cena was the main focus versus, who's it?
Judgment Day.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did feel a bit bad for like the likes of Christian and Calvin, because they are trying to serve the story, but they didn't really get the kind of shine that I think the talents of Calvin deserve. I think Christian was a good worker in this match, keeping everything going. But the ones that was really stood out in this match was, of course, the End Boss and Dave's interactions. You have LFG causing a lot of this chaos. That was what sold the match. But again, if I was somebody in the crowd who've never watched a Grapplemax show and I'm seeing all these characters, it's so easy to discern who is who. This is the good guy, this is the bad guy, or this guy is cocky, this guy is young. You know what I mean? Like
this guy is young.
Yeah, this is young. This young, I'm younger, right?
Oh boy. But Greg and Dave definitely were the main focus of the match itself, right? But let's talk about the finish. Dave hits hits Greg with the brainbuster for the win. It was a bit cluster. Like, it reminded me of a lot of that WWE SmackDown back in the Ruthless Aggression era. Big smalls, like everyone's like fighting all over the place, and then in the midst of the chaos, one guy hits his finisher, picks up the win.
Correct. I think that was already telegraphed. Like, that brainbuster was coming, and when it did, Greg, took the loss. But it wasn't the end of it. You had LFG still wanting to stir shit.
Yes.
Those fuckers are still around, trying to stir shit. Bro.
Yeah, beating down Greg, and of course this is the setup for the save by Dave.
Which is ironic because you are like stopping your own teammates from beating out the opponent that you just defeated, right?
But I mean, so the T's for GST, and they were GST chants.
Yes.
Like everywhere, everyone's like, GST, oh my god, they're gonna do it, they're gonna shake hands, they're gonna hug, they're gonna reform. No.
Not yet.
No, Dave basically goes, now we're even, and walks off because Greg saved him from a beatdown from the last time, right? So there you go. We have a little bit of continuity right here. So again, they are teasing us, not giving us what we want quite yet. So at that point, I was like, okay, I guess they are going to tease this GSC thing all the way to 2026 maybe. They're not ready to pull the gun, pull the trigger on it yet.
Well, maybe not that late into next year. I think maybe it might have happened a bit earlier. We'll talk about that in a bit. But I think overall it's a solid opener. My only concern again is like the story that they're trying to tell sacrifice the exposure of the other wrestlers like Calvin and Christian.
I think look, at the end of the day, right, it's like, okay, what is the main purpose here? Is to give us that moment, the whole story between Greg and Dave. I think Calvin and Christian, they will have their time. It's just, now maybe it's not the time.
Correct.
Which is fine.
Yeah, which is fine. I mean, Calvin getting to share the ring with all those, established veterans, it's great route for him as well.
That was a great way to open the show. I think it got the crowd really, really hyped. So great job, guys.
Yeah, so if when the crowd gets hyped, things need to go down for a bit. So unfortunately, you have Divya had the tough challenge of trying to follow up for that opener. It's a one-on-one women's match against a newcomer to Grapplemax, Mr. Young?
Marika from Japan.
Correct.
We learned a new term last week on the show. What's it? Grayu?
Guayu?
Basically like a...
Garu?
Oh my god. Chat is going...
Groot?
I am Groot. Chat is popping off right now going, what the hell? You're so
but basically the definition is of a like kawaii girl who dresses like a westerner.
Yeah, usually like very tan, blonde hair, Japanese girl. It's a whole fashion style.
Yeah. She just looks like a Russian girl to me like a Japanese girl dressed up like a Russian. Anyway, so this was Marika Kobashi.
Yeah.
Kobashi, yes, correct. So Dave came in, looking great. She's definitely one of the best female wrestlers here in Singapore, and I think it was due that she would have like an opponent that could measure up to her, right?
Yes.
In terms of talent and in terms of skills. So I've never seen Marika before. So the first thing when you have Japanese female wrestlers is like, are they gonna like?
What are you gonna say?
Are they gonna pass the Young's litmus test?
Wait, what does that even mean? Pass the Young litmus test?
Because Mr. Young always have these very high standards for Japanese wrestlers.
Okay.
How do they differentiate themselves from other Japanese wrestlers? Or are they all just playing Japanese female wrestler.
Right.
So that was one thing I was looking forward to. And another thing is like the thing about some of like the spots that happened in this match. To me, it was a bit messy.
Right.
It was a bit messy. Like like credit to them. The girls they were laying it in. They were very vicious. But like I just can't unsee if things get messy. Like, you know what
I mean, also from our point of view, like we are in that bird's eye view sort of position. So a lot gets I don't want to say exposed, but shown that you shouldn't see normally, right? And again, like you mentioned earlier, we are sort of coming down off the high of that first match. So this was a bit of a they tried their best to bring it back. Look, you talk about a litmus test when it comes to corners of some of these wrestlers from Japan, right? It wasn't a joke match. And that is what I appreciated. Because a lot of times we've seen before when they get certain wrestlers from Japan to come down and then... Now, I'm not saying Grapplemax or anybody in particular, but it's happened, right? The match turns out to be like, some like kawaii, like silly nonsense. No, this was a hard-hitting wrestling match. It wasn't a,
one of my favorite
anime match.
One of my favorite moments. Anime match is a good analogy. One of my favorite moments was when Marika did a dive to the outside, and the whole time I was watching, right, I saw Mingray, Radiant Ray, I saw Sarah was like begging the people sitting at the front to move, please move. Please.
They're gonna die.
And then I think maybe the people in the front row, maybe their first time watching wrestling show, they're like, should I move? Why move? And like, please. I saw really begging.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my
but
God.
anyway, so she did a dive, and then not only did she take out Divya, she took out Sarah and Radiant Ray as well. So I thought that was quite a good, it was a very significant moment, like visually, like wow. I think probably they were like, wow, the women were doing this like crazy dive. So I thought that was pretty cool.
I think there's a little bit of like the crowd didn't know whether to cheer or boo Marika to start off also. Because like she's international. Nothing about her screams, oh, she's a heel or she's a baby face. She's sort of like, hey, she's like cute and funny and very kawaii, that kind of thing. So it's like, how, like, okay, I remember turning to you say, this feels like an exhibition.
Yes.
Because, in our Grapplemax lore, unless you follow every wrestler from every continent, which obviously we don't, right? You have no idea. We had no idea, like, okay, is she supposed to be good, bad?
What's her story, right?
Yeah, what's her alignment, right?
Yeah, I also felt like the match ended very abruptly. I don't know whether they didn't build up to the spear, but when Divya delivered the spear, I was like, oh, okay.
Oh yeah, it happened.
Is this gonna be a near fall or what? Because it didn't feel like a setup to the finish. But then when she delivered the spear, I know this was a finisher, so I was like, really? And then the 3 count happened, and then I was like, oh, okay. Like to me, that is not the reaction an audience should have. Like, oh, the match ended. Oh, okay. You know what I mean?
Isn't it good? Like some people will argue, isn't it good that it's unpredictable?
No. No, like it should still make sense. Okay, if you want to shock an audience and like get the upset win, it should be telegraphed out. So for example, maybe Marika is like overconfident
and then,
or like beating her up, and then like she really somehow fight from underneath and get the upset win. That's fine. But the spear wasn't like set up like, oh, she's building up towards the spear and she did the spear and she win. It just like, it was a sequence of move and then suddenly the spear came in and that's it. So that was my only gripe with this match. That's why I couldn't grade it higher than like the first match. But that is in no way an indictment on Divya's talent. Sometimes you are great wrestlers, but then you might not have the best match. Like I think we've heard so many stories where Chris Benoit and Eddie are so hard on themselves. They might have had a decent match, but to their own standards, they're like, nah, it could be better.
Right.
Yeah. So maybe I'm holding Divya to a higher standard because I think I've seen better matches from her. Could be a one-off thing because Marika and her, maybe they never wrestled before, so the chemistry was just trying to find themselves. I enjoyed the match for what it was. Decent women's wrestling match, but I've seen better, that's all.
Oh, okay. There you go. That is absolutely valid. Absolutely fair. All right, moving on is the Thunderwear match. Mister Young, highly anticipated match.
Really, after seeing the promos, right?
Yes, I love the promos. It was hilarious. So D versus Jin Kai, fighting. Let's not forget the special guest referee is Luigi from Thunderwear. He's the boss, right?
Boss of Thunderwear Asia. Dude, so I've heard a lot of stories about Luigi. I think we first met him at Slam and Saver. We've reached out and talked to him on DMs as well. He is a huge wrestling fan. I think he grew up, or he was originally from Canada.
Yeah.
And I know you say just because he's Canadian doesn't mean he's a wrestling fan.
Yeah,
but
what kind of stereotype is that, bro?
But he legitimately is. I
Yeah.
remember I talked to him. He said he was a big fan of the Hart family and all that. So like,
Ah.
he really is a stereotypically Canadian wrestling fan. But
Right.
which is amazing, right? Because in a way, he not only has a chance to promote his business, he's using a medium that he absolutely loves, and he's a part of the match. I think he's probably living his lifelong dream, bro.
Oh yeah, it's a beautiful thing when you can marry the sport or the art of pro wrestling together with marketing lah, which is what it is.
Perfect.
And
Yeah.
like as a fan, imagine you being able to do that, right? I mean, it's like we've seen the WWE and AEW do that stuff all the time.
Yeah.
Sometimes to great effect, sometimes not so great effect. Like RoboCop coming out on WCW to wrestle, and no,
No,
right? But having the boss of the company as a special guest referee, I think that's totally fine.
I mean, like dude wipes, that kind of shit, that doesn't fly, right? You seen good, to me, examples of good promotion. Is probably things like like the NBCB Championship, SPW did. Like that was great because like not only you put the brand up front, but then like you weave it. There's a storyline behind it, things of that nature. I don't mind these kind of things.
Yeah.
I mind if it's like a freaking Slim Jim table.
Yeah.
No context why Slim Jim is on the table.
Correct, yeah.
But here not only got context, bro. They literally wrestle in their thunderwear, bro.
Okay, so
Yeah.
first of all, they got the perfect people to do it. I mean, the D in underwear. I mean, jeez, right? And then
It writes itself.
for the ladies, Jin Kai. I mean, right,
Yeah,
right.
I mean, what are you saying? Just the ladies.
Oh, and whatever, some guys as well, if you're into that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
My only thing was like looking at the poster. Remember, and I've been very high on Jordan/Jin Kai for the longest time.
Yes,
already,
correct.
right? I'm like, okay, when is his like? I thought this was going to be like a new gimmick because his mugshot, his promo photo changed. He's like wearing a suit and everything. Like, oh my god, is he going full Saja Boy on us?
Saja Boy.
Some K-pop guy, and then he comes out like his regular stuff. I'm like, oh, I was a little bit disappointed in that.
Not really regular.
It was just the okay. So he comes out in his black pants, track pants at first, right? And they're in the ring, and so wait. I'm already wearing the Thunderwear, and then he pulls his pants off.
He's
and
stripped to his thunderwear, essentially.
Yeah.
That's what he did. Okay, so when that happened, right? I realized something, bro.
What's that?
Grapplemax really is encapsulating their motto, which is everyone is welcome.
Okay.
So the previous match, you had two beautiful ladies.
Yeah.
Doing their thing.
Yeah.
And now we have two chiseled men.
Yeah.
Showing their thing.
Showing the D.
So you know what I mean? So it's like I think it's equality right there.
Sure.
If they go in, they're like, hey, why always only the women are like being portrayed as this like attractive. We got some some long johns, you know what I mean? Some long john silver, bro.
What the fuck?
The bananas are hanging today.
So so to match Jin Kai's Thunderwear outfit, D also. See, here's the funny, and this is I guess the swerve, right? The bluff. D came out in his wrestling trunks.
Yeah.
So you assume he's gonna just wrestle in his wrestling trunks. No, bro. Jin Kai takes off his pants. There's the Thunderwear. D was like, okay. He pulls down his trunks, and he also got the Thunderwear on with banana print on
I
it.
have not seen such stripping in a match since my bra and panties.
Since your
Viewing days.
Oh, okay.
You never let me complete my sentence, bro.
I'm like, you had a Brian Panties match? Shit, we need the footage. Remember we asked Greg and Crypto Bro, are they going to wrestle in that one? Apparently, yes. There you go. That's what they did. And again, like you say, you have the underwear, and I felt it before. Not yours. Please don't pull your underwear out. Oh my god, nobody wants to see that.
Never mind. Okay, yeah, sure. I just wanted to prove that I am currently wearing thunderwear.
Yeah,
So shut up.
they are loud. They are bright. But they are also very comfortable and thin, right?
Yes,
it's for your junk to breathe, as it were.
Correct.
So, if you'd like to sponsor the podcast, actually,
Thunderwear, talk to us. Talk to us. Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, are they going to wrestle in underwear? And apparently I don't know if they like wore a cap or extra thong inside just to protect in case like the junk slip out or cannot lah.
Oh, is that why it look a bit longer?
The pants, the Thunderwear.
The length of the banana.
I think it's because it was you're talking about the print, the banana print.
design.
The
Yes,
design, yeah,
on
because it
D.
was stretched out. That's why it
Yes,
looks
correct.
longer than usual.
Correct. Speaking of which, they look like they were about to steal the thunder, if you know what I mean. No pun intended, you know.
Okay.
Anyway.
Let's talk about the match.
Yeah, this is exactly what I wrote on my notes. Lots of underwear related move sets, from wedgies to low blows.
Wow.
Lots of like
What do you expect?
nether region related
Yeah.
strategies. You know?
Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
So if you're looking for a catch as catch can match, this is not it. Right?
Okay.
If you're looking for Eddie Guerrero versus Chris Benoit or Kurt Angle, this is not it.
Yeah.
But you know what? I think they did a heck of a job. And it reminded me of like D is one of those guys. Like, you don't see him around much anymore because, he's on and off, right? In terms of wrestling. But every time he's in there, he brings it.
Yeah. Am I correct to say that he's actually one of the first Malaysian wrestlers out there? Yeah.
I do believe so. And, he's out there entertaining the crowd, first of all.
Yep.
But, because he's so entertaining, you kind of forget that actually he's one of the most fundamentally sound wrestlers they have as well. And, I kept telling him, say, hey, Jin Kai is the guy, lah. He has his aggression.
Yep.
Right? And when I say aggression, I mean like when he does his moves, when he does his strikes, he utilizes a lot of strikes. They look great.
Yep.
He looks like he means to. Like sometimes when people throw strikes, it's like they are very scared. Like I've always said this, right? Strikes are very hard to do unless you're very good at them because they can look like they completely whiff.
Yeah.
And it looks like shit.
Correct.
But Jin Kai's shit looks great. I'm like, I want to see big things. Not talking about his underwear. Big things from Jin Kai in 2026.
I just feel like this match, it's kind of like him trying to prove that, I want to be taken seriously, even in the context of this type of stipulation.
I think that they did it.
On purpose.
Yeah,
I think they did it on purpose.
I think they pulled it off. Not talking about their underwear again. I think they pulled the match off. They pulled it off.
Fucking hell. Anyway, A plus marketing all around.
A plus match, bro. I was sports entertained.
Yeah,
okay, if you are looking to be sports entertained, I think this match sports entertained us.
So D wins with a pedigree-like move. And of course, the winner gets a lifetime supply of underwear. So post-match, Jin Kai wasn't happy that he couldn't get a lifetime supply. So he did try to attack the D.
Yeah.
But of course, you have Luigi.
He was stopped by Luigi with a bag full of underwear to the head.
Dude, not only was the effect great, right?
Yeah.
Visually, like you saw the underwear all flying out, the package.
From the back.
From the back.
Wait, whose package flew out?
From the duffel bag. And I was like, wow, this is just great.
I wish they threw some of it to the crowd. Not gonna lie, I thought they were gonna do that.
Yeah. You know what? Fun, very inoffensive match, I would say. So far, you have 3 very different type of matches to the card.
And then the next match is also a very different type of match.
Correct.
Yeah, we talked about taking things to the next level as well.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to add in before we jump to the next match?
No, not really. I can't wait to talk about the next match. Actually.
All right, Heaven and Earth versus Arcade Violence. This is for the ICW tag titles.
Just to be clear, ICW, Insane Championship Wrestling, Scotland's top wrestling promotion.
Yes.
Produced the likes of Drew McIntyre, Moustache Mountain, Wolfgang's wrestled there, and most recently Grapplemax own Kelvin trained there. So I'm not sure whether it was through Kelvin that this connection was made, but dude, we were blessed because we actually had the ICW Tag Team Champions themselves, Arcade Violence, fly all the way from Scotland to here in Singapore to defend their titles, bro. I mean, what an opportunity for Heaven and Earth, right?
Oh yeah, and I mean this match. Okay, when I say that this match is so classic in the way it's set up, I don't mean that as a bad thing. I mean that as in it makes for entertaining viewing. Yep. You have one member of Arcade Violence, he's like the big horse guy.
Brody Turnbull.
Brody Turnbull, right?
What a name, by the way.
Yeah, he's the powerhouse. Then you have the more like tactician fella.
The other guy's name is Jake Lawless.
Jake Lawless, right? And then of course you have Lavin, who is more of a tactician as well, ground-based wrestler. And you have Simon, who's just like fight. He's a smaller guy, but he's full of fire and he's a high flyer.
Yeah, so like already just by their profile, you already know what kind of match this is gonna be, and I think it was very logical how it was all set up.
Yeah, and again, right, it's like you know that okay, you're gonna have the smaller guy try to prove himself. He's gonna be flying all over the place, and then the big guy's gonna be just like body block, and then Simon flies off into the second row.
Alright, when I saw,
but it still works.
when I saw Brody like starting to like fireman carry Simon
just
or starting to like deadlift and starting to do like bicep
curls.
curls.
Yeah. It's
I'm like,
oh.
holy crap, you know. But can I just say something also?
It's a trope that works. Sorry, yes, go ahead.
Yes, can I just say that the fact that the ICW Tag Team Champions really gave so much to Heaven and Earth. And
They
I
did.
say that this right, I'm maybe, not maybe in a kayfabe sense, but like they really gave them a shine. Like they really shine them out really, really well. And if you break the fourth wall,
Yeah.
to be, they didn't have to.
Yeah.
They are the champions. They are of a bigger standing, higher stature, more well-known, renowned promotion.
Yeah.
But it came to Singapore and they wanted to face one of the best tag teams that Singapore had to offer, Grapplemax had to offer. Heaven and Earth stepped up for sure. They really level up against them.
Yeah.
But the ICW Tag Team Champions really shined them as well. Yeah.
It wasn't the title match that they wanted, talking about Heaven and Earth, but this is the match that, to me, put Heaven and Earth onto that next level for them now to be seen as title contenders.
Yeah, I mean, they challenged the ICW Tag Team champions, was able to stand toe-to-toe with them. At some points, they even got the better of them.
Yeah.
That just really just brings their stock up really high.
Just the match itself was like, there's nothing to really critique because it was just a really well done match.
Correct.
Like, you know, we talk about the tropes, right? Like, and they were all like, you know, the hot tags, the quote unquote firing up of the smaller baby face. Then he does all the high flying moves. Crowd pops for that stuff. That stuff is wrestling 101, and it was perfectly executed.
Yeah, and also one thing we were discussing the match while it was happening, you said that Heaven and Earth really got that Hardy Boys vibe perfectly done up. You have Simon Sia, aka Jeff Hardy, with all the fire, all the spectacular flashy moves. And you got Lavin grounding things out. Like he really is the glue of the team.
Yes.
He's the Matt Hardy of this situation right now.
Yeah.
And I just feel like the fearlessness of Simon being able to stand toe to toe with somebody as imposing as Turnbull, and for Lavin to outsmart the likes of Lawless with all the technical counters that they did, it was amazing. And I'm not traditionally a fan of tag team wrestling. I don't per se like sit down here to watch this tag team match. But watching this match, right, and I saw all the sequences that they did, all the finishes. Heaven and Earth did their high-low total elimination move. There was an amazing sequence where the Arcade Violence did the heart attack. And also, I think the Steiner, it was one of the Steiner finishes where you had them on the shoulders.
The Bulldog off the top rope.
Bulldog off the
that
top
is
rope,
their finisher. It finished the match, by the way.
So, so many tag team tributes that I couldn't help but just was impressed, right?
Look,
for the match.
When you talk about tag teams, I think Heaven and Earth really have it down in terms of how smooth they are, the flow of how they execute their moves, how they, sometimes when you watch tag team matches, right, it can get messy.
Correct.
It didn't feel that way with those two teams especially. And of course, kudos to Arcade Violence who have that stuff down as well.
Yeah, and I was such a big fan going out. Like after this match, I'm now a big fan of this Arcade Violence team. They look like really, rough and tough pro wrestlers, bro. What you expect pro wrestlers to look like, to carry themselves, to behave themselves. And the fact that Heaven and Earth could match up to them, really just okay, I think Heaven and Earth is definitely ready for a tag team title run.
Yes,
for sure.
Agree.
So again, the finish of the match was Simon says trying to do a Hurricanrana.
Yep.
But of course, Turnbull is just such a beast.
No, he's like, no, I'm just gonna hold on to you, lift you up.
Correct. And then I think they ended with a huge
the Bulldog off the top rope.
Top rope Bulldog for the win. And the ICW champions retain, but the story of the match going out is Heaven and Earth.
Yes.
Definitely ready right now.
So the funny thing is, right at the start of the match, I turned to Foreign and I was like, they are not losing the title here, right? This match is already a foregone conclusion if you really think hard about it, right? But I had forgotten that while the match was happening. So kudos to them that they made this match competitive to a point where it's like, oh shit.
To me, this was Simon and Lavin's best match.
Yes, agree.
Of their careers.
Agree. When you get a team like that, you get a level of opponent like that, it raises you. And I think the Heaven and Earth team, they really benefited from this match. So
I mean the tag teams in Grapplemax are very, very stacked, and they are not even the champs. And we'll talk about that later on. But they are probably maybe in the top 5. But they are in their top 5, but they are already being able to match up to a world-class tag team.
To me, after this match, there is a big argument to be had about them being like, if not number 1 contender, then right before the number 1 contenders.
Correct.
Yeah.
And after this match, it was the intermission. So like, what a way to end the first half of the night with this match. Best match of the night up to this point.
Agree. All right, glazing over. Let's move on to the next match. Here we go.
Yeah.
And again, there are a lot of people within this match that we are like, man, we have such high expectations from them. We've often talked about Julian Cree, the rising champion, right?
Yep, correct.
The rising title holder right now, and what he's done. I kind of miss him being in. I mean, I know he's still in Showtime Inc., right? But the rest of Showtime Inc., they're busy with other stuff, still nursing injuries, Prabhu is. So, like, I kind of miss him being
part of
in a
perfection.
group. Yeah, or having, having Prabhu in the background. Like, you know what I mean?
You're saying he feels a bit naked, alone?
Yeah, like when they were showing the promo and he's cutting his promo, and there was nothing wrong with the promo, right? But it's just like, oh man, if as a heel, I think he works better with 1 or 2 people standing behind him, like menacingly
with his lackeys lah.
Yeah, now it's just him by himself, and it's like okay, he's still whenever he steps into the ring, and I've said this so many times, like he gets what being a heel is.
Yeah, I mean he's the inaugural rising champion. We saw him being crowned, I think, at Grapplemax Festival.
Yeah.
And like to me, he did what he could with the title.
Yes.
I think he had a couple of really good title defenses against Devon at that time. And there was a fatal 4-way. Like there was a lot of things put in his way.
Yeah.
But the way he developed the title felt like a babyface champion almost, even though he was a heel. So like I did not hate him more as a champion. Like as a heel, if he was a heel champion, you would be like, fuck, I need him to lose his title. But I was happy he had the title, and like I just didn't mind him having the title for a while.
I think what it is, he's one of those cases where people are starting to like him. Even though he's a dastardly heel, he does dastardly heel things. Because of his character, I mean, like how he performs, and people are actually starting to like him. Which is, I think, the issue, quote unquote, right? Then you have someone like Sage Matthews, who, I mean, and I say this in a very loving, positive way, he is so easy to hate right now. Like, we're talking Kevin Federline vibes, where he's just trying too hard, and I love it. I love what he does.
You also made a comment that he's here so often, he almost feels like a full-time Grapplemax member at this point.
I love that Grapplemax now has sort of this rotating roster where, they might not be in Singapore all the time, but they can do promos via big screen.
Or they can weave in and out storylines.
So shout out to whoever who's putting, like I know Remus and Ban, they're putting together a lot of the packages as well. But the ideas, man, the ideas, great stuff.
And speaking of Ban, alright,
I was actually worried because I feel like Ban, yes, people love him, right? He's the babyface in this scenario. But Sage and Julian are such big characters as well. I thought that they would swallow him up a bit.
They might drown him out, right? But I've been following Ban's career for the longest time. I remember very, very early on in the podcast, I said something about like, he just needs to develop personality. And he did it. He turned heel. Broken Back was a great tag team that ran roughshod last year. And when that had its natural conclusion and he moved away from Dave and his rivalry, then I think the fans started to like cheer for Ban.
Yes.
And I in my head I'm thinking to myself like, wow, okay, now he's back as a babyface, but he has this layer of like aura about him thanks to his heel run. And like it's almost like the fans started to respect him. He gives off what, bro?
What?
Ricky the Dragon Steamboat levels of like babyface energy right now.
Agree.
And he was so good in this match. I think what really made this match work, right, was that all three laid it in. Like you had Julian, who is like, his strikes are super snug. You had Sage, who brings another level of talent and expertise. And Ban is somebody like, to me, right, really takes a really good beating. Like I really see his ability, and that's a skill to be able to get your ass kicked in a way that makes people sympathize with you, right?
And want to cheer you on, like Sami Zayn does that very well, right?
My favorite part of the match was, I think somewhere towards the third quarter of the match, where there was this suicide dive from Ban to Julian to the outside, and like just moments later, you had Sage jumping off the stage, doing a Kurt Angle like flip off the stage. Remember?
Yeah, like a cannonball, right?
Yeah.
Look, it was damn funny because you were the first person, like when Ban, who was the one who did the suicide dive first? But when Ban first did the suicide dive, before it happened, Foreign turned to me and was like, why is Scum Dog on the stage? What the hell is he doing there?
Oh, yeah,
and then when the first dive hammer, I was like, oh, I know, he's setting up to run off the stage.
Yeah.
It was great. It was a great spot.
Yeah, it was a great spot, and I think like because it was a triple threat match, just a different dynamic and layout of the match really made this match stand out.
Again, you have like quite different styles of matches, so there was never anything that felt, oh, like, we saw this already. You know, I mean, maybe one too many dives. To be honest, every match had a dive. Kinda like the women's match had a dive, this match had a dive. Like I think D and Jin Kai might have been the only one not
Is
doing
this
a
an
dive.
indictment of current wrestling right now? Like everyone wants to dive out the ring.
Maybe, but okay, like it's a small nitpick. At the end of the day, like nobody's keeping track of these things when
But
you're there live, right?
the thing that people will take away from this match is that we have a new rising champion, bro.
So, and the beautiful thing about this is that Julian actually has a gripe because he was not the one to get pinned.
Correct.
Sage is the one who gets pinned by Ban.
Yeah.
So, okay, I was a little bit as well because Ban and Sage seem to be the hotter few.
Yeah.
Like, Julian was always kind of like there and he purposely set it up, the triple threat match. He was like, yeah, so they can beat each other up, man.
Correct. And I also agree with you that Julian didn't really factor into the finish.
Yeah.
And that might actually be a legitimate gripe for him.
Oh, yeah.
But Ban winning the Rising Championship, I think is very well deserved.
Yes.
Right? He has been hustling the last 2 years especially. And, Julian already had his time with the championship. And I felt it was like reaching a natural conclusion. But Ban, with the champion, can carry it through to 2026. I think this is his moment. I think maybe the Openweight Championship might be a step too high at this point in time.
Yeah.
I think him going down this IC route, getting the mid-card championship first, I think it's really great for his progression. So I'm happy with the outcome of this match.
Agree. And with Julian now having a gripe, right? Hopefully in 26, we see Prabhu, we see Val come back and they, like you talk about Ban and like, okay, what's next for a champion like that, right? Sometimes when the champion finally wins the title, it can get a bit boring after a while.
Correct.
If you have an entire heel stable gunning for you, I think that makes us sort of root for him a little bit more.
Yeah.
So I think that is something that hopefully we can look forward to. Or they completely move on from each other. I don't know lah, but
it's like Solo Sikoa and MFTs are back,
Okay, I don't know about that, but yeah, but the way they finish the match really does point to okay, Julian now has a gripe. He's gonna demand a rematch, and they can continue that feud.
Correct. I mean, overall it was a good match. Not my favorite, but I
think the bar is pretty high for tonight.
Correct. But decent match, and I think the right winner was chosen for this match. Yeah. Well, moving on.
Yes. So.
Oh no.
I have so many things I need to call you out on when it comes to this match. Okay.
Fuck this.
Oh my god. Okay. So we got
Fucking hell.
D-Gen Z.
Yeah.
Divan and Nathan X versus Aussie
Oi.
for the Grapplemax Openweight tag team titles.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay, you're talking about people reaching the natural end of their title reign. Like it felt like it was about to end. I think Aussie is great, right? First ever tag team champion, first 2-time champion in Grapplemax. Their gimmick is great. They are very well established. But I feel like it reaches a certain point where like we've seen them as champions for a while. Already.
Yeah.
And was this the night that Grapplemax is gonna be brave and have the balls to pull the trigger on something unknown?
Yeah. Well, the balls and also the faith. The faith in Divan and Nathan X.
Yeah, I mean, okay, we saw them coming through NWE, right? Both baby faces, both have this hunger.
Yeah.
And then these fuckers turn heel, right? They turn heel on the last show from Grapplemax. And then in my head, I'm thinking to myself, okay, fine, they turn heel. I think they definitely can showcase their personality.
Yeah.
And then they came out with their name. They call themselves D-Gen Z. These fuckers weren't even born when DX was running the show. And now they want to use a play on DX, D-Gen X, now D-Gen Z.
A lot of F words, you notice. I feel like there is some deep-rooted passive-aggressive, I don't know what, it's not even passive, it's just full-on aggressive anger, angst towards a certain generation? Is there something you want to share with us? You know, we're all friends here. This is a safe space.
I have no
What
issues.
have the Gen Zs done to you,
I have
my
no
friend?
issues with Gen Zs.
Are you
in
sure or not?
general.
Because the reaction that you had when the Gen Z picked up the win says different. Okay? Like even I saw, like Crypto Bro was around us. He laughed at his reaction. Bro, I know we are jumping ahead. We are jumping ahead. But when the Gen Z pulled it off, maybe the way they pulled it off was so well done that Foreign lost his damn mind. But Bro was like, F Gen Z, F Gen Z. I was like, he wasn't even scolding the Gen Z, the team. He was just effing an entire generation. What is going on, bro?
I think I just said I hate all these Gen Zs.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not, I hate Nathan X and Divan. It's not that. He said, I hate all these Gen Zs. Bro, how have the Gen Zs hurt your feelings?
Okay, to be fair, I sometimes when you go to a wrestling show, you go to a football show, you start with all these chants,
High emotions.
You know what I mean?
You get caught up in the moment.
Yeah, like even recently the minister say like these idiots.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think
the match,
I don't think he meant it to the entire nation.
Right.
But what pissed me off?
Remember, when we are live, things just come out of their mouth.
Yeah, the wires cross.
Wires cross. Sometimes maybe
Okay.
repressed feelings. I don't know why I did like that.
Let me try to be. What the fuck was it? Let me try to be transparent. What triggered me? There was a specific one that triggered me, bro.
Bullshit.
It's nothing to do with them. It's nothing personal to them.
Okay.
But then when they started going to the corner and they're doing the 10 count, the 10 punches, right?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm like, fucking hell, I hate that. What the fuck is 6, 7?
6-7 is a Gen Alpha thing. It's not even a Gen Z thing. So them doing it actually doesn't make sense because that's Gen Alpha.
What is 6, 7? Okay, sorry, I don't know what that is. But
6-7 just kind of means like ho hum. This is kind of mid. Okay.
Oh, like he's like a
6-7.
6-7. But why is this movement? Why is this motion need to be tied to it?
It apparently was born of some streamer or I forget. I don't know somebody. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I don't want to be accused of false reporting. But apparently somebody online was judging something and gave something a 6 or 7. It's like, so it's mid. So that's what it means. But you know how these kids are. They'll take something small and then make it a whole 6, 7. Like, so. And I was talking about this with a bunch of friends, right? Okay. Hear me out. And when I explain this to you, maybe you won't get so mad. Or you won't get so annoyed when you go to the playground, you see these kids 6-7, 6-7, right? I know it's super annoying. A lot of my friends have said this, right?
Okay, fine.
Think about when you were in secondary school. I'm sure in your group of friends, you had some stupid inside joke that if you told your parents or you told your outside friends, they'd be like, what the fuck? That's not funny, right? Now, imagine that scenario, but on the internet, right? We are the adults going, what the fuck is that? That is so lame. God. But to them, this is our thing. You're not cool because you don't know. See? Bro, we are the uncool ones. 6-7.
Fuck this Gen Zs, bro.
Bro, 6-7 is Gen A.
Okay, fine. Okay, but you know what? I actually write some nice stuff about them as well, okay? Hear me out. So I said that these damn 6-7 kids just want a title. Shockers. But anyway, great choice though. Great choice. I think Grapplemax had the balls to do it. They brought the aggression. They were hungry. They attacked like a pack of dogs. They shook the ref. They even got the crowd to hate on the ref because he just got fooled. And there was this one spot I thought was brilliant, right?
Excuse me, Nish. Are you Gen Z too? You look like a young man. He might be Gen Z. I think there's something to that.
Dude, are you officially still a millennial or are you a Gen X?
I'm a Zillennial, so I'm in between X and millennial.
But why Zillennial? Zillennial is Gen Z and millennial.
No, that's X. They combine X and millennial, so it's like XE and however you spell it.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
So you're in between.
Anyway, yeah.
So you're like between Chris Jericho's era and like the one below it.
Sure.
Roman Reigns, I think, is a early millennial.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, that's not the point. The point I'm trying to make is like there was this one spot that was really good. They, I think Devon taped Sean to the side of the ring post.
Masking tape. Don't know where they found it. Probably under the ring.
Correct. They did the whole masking thing spot to kind of like build up the anticipation for the 2 count that they broke up.
Yeah.
While that was happening, they also exposed the turnbuckle and that came into play in the end.
So the turnbuckle exposing was like way, like, nearer to the middle of the match.
Yep.
And it wouldn't come into play. You know how these spots are. Like when you watch WWE, right? Then somebody set a table and then only like after 15 minutes, then somebody goes through the table. It was something like that, right?
But I love it.
Yeah,
love
no.
it. I think the whole misdirection of like setting up that and then like going to do a whole bunch of other sports and then that finally come into play.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit, this thing happened. I remember it. Oh no,
Yeah.
is it gonna play into the finish?
And they did,
And
because
it did.
YC ate the exposed turnbuckle. I don't know what their finisher is called, Gen Z.
It did look like a version of the heart attack,
But with the Thumbi,
Thumbi chokeslam
spike
thing.
into. So
Yeah.
that was pretty cool. Maybe
cool,
they'll call
pretty
it the
cool.
6-7. I think that's a great name
Oh,
for the finisher.
fucking
The 6-7.
no,
Even
no.
though it's a Gen Alpha term, do it.
Dude, if you guys do that, I will fucking hate you guys.
Oh my god.
I will call you the mid champions.
The repressed hate is real, guys. Bro, his reaction. I wish I filmed you down. Anyway.
Don't worry, it's nothing personal. It's just, they just triggered me.
Good heels do that. Good
Yeah.
heels are supposed to make you feel a certain way.
Correct.
Hate and anger apparently is that. So kudos to you, Nathan. I can't. I keep wanting to call him Nathaniel because that's what he used to be, right? No, Nathan X and Divan.
Congrats to both of you guys. I think the fact that you guys got this spot, won the tag team titles, second last match on the card, that speaks a lot to your talent and the faith that the Grapplemax team have on you guys. So congratulations. What a shocker. I think Aussie could have lost to any other tag team that was kind of like peering at that main event scene, right? You got Ships Ahoy, you got Heaven and Earth, but then the titles was dropped to Gen Z.
And as we spoke of in the previous podcast as well, this sets up a very interesting scenario, and I turn to you. Are we going to see a 1-year chase for SPD? Because how cool would it be to have Gen Z, the faction with Hotshot, all of them holding the titles? I think that would be an exciting year of like heels just having a stranglehold over the promotion, right? So there's like 2 layers to this storytelling in that, okay, now you have this question. Are they then going to affect the main event? Because now you have these 2 Gen Zers with the titles, right?
Yeah.
And again, great finish, by the way. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
I would give kudos to Grapplemax for having the balls to put the titles on these young kids, these young punks.
Oh God. Hey bro, why?
No, I'm just telling you there was a great choice done by Grapplemax.
I agree.
I mean, they're gonna be great heels. Clearly, they have a hater in the fans.
Oh, the fans. They've really leaned into it, and it is so unbelievably natural the way they generate heat. It's great.
Yeah. So kudos to you guys and
6-7.
Fucking 6-7. Fuck this Gen Z, man.
I still love that. Your upsetness amuses me greatly.
Yeah, there's something deeper lah.
Bro,
let's unpack this 6-7
there's
shit
some
one day.
Again, 6-7 is Gen Alpha. Guys, come on, get your generations right. Okay,
maybe when you guys donate to Patreon, maybe my anger will disappear a bit more lah. So you guys do support us on Patreon. If you haven't followed us on Discord, make sure to join us. There's some 6-7 conversations going on over there as well.
No, our conversations are 9-10s. All right, let's get to the main event of the evening.
All right.
And Greg and Crypto Bro alluded to it on the podcast last week, right? They had a group performing, kind of like percussion.
Yeah,
Wicked Aura Batucada style, right? Yeah. And we were like, ooh, were they going to perhaps be a mid-event break performance? And I kind of actually forgot about it until they appeared on stage right before the match. I was like, oh, they're doing the whole WrestleMania live band intro thing.
Yeah, a part of me, the percussionist part of me was like wishing that, are they gonna do the drum roll for, the drum intro to MCR? The ta-da-da-da.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that would have been perfect.
Yeah, but they did their regular thing, right?
Yeah, they did the regular thing and then they just like lean into the MCR. But whatever, the pageantry and the spectacle was great, right?
Yeah. The lights go out, after the percussion stuff, and then lights come back out there, tung, tung, and we all know, and everyone sings along, it's SPD.
Yeah, SPD, I think his promo before the match was really like, really brought the hype out, right? Like he's been chasing for 10 years. He almost left the industry, left becoming a wrestler. He reinvented himself. I think in the last 2 years, he's been on an amazing run. He has been chasing the championship the last 2 years, right? I remember like a year and a half ago, he was in this huge ass gauntlet match that he was supposed to win, and then he kinda betrayed by Showtime. And then I think he was, drinking Coke for the longest time. And then I think this year he really like leveled up to the main event seat.
And if you know his story from even before then, it gives it extra. We won't go into that, obviously. It's not our story to tell, but like if you do know though, like it even adds extra layers to this great story. I mean, we're kind of giving away the finish here, but we already know. Let's talk about the match itself. So, okay, we got SPD coming out. The crowd was like, oh man, it was, you could feel it. It had to be his moment.
Correct. But every Superman needs his kryptonite. And I tell you, Hot Shot's maturation into this fucking heel. You know what I mean? Like, he really became a heel,
So I think putting him with D Gen Z was perfect, given especially foreign's hate for that certain generation, right? He comes out with D Gen Z and they all have the title. What a visual, like that hint of, oh shit, the dominance is about to start. Like, are they going to really, as much as we want to see SPD pull it off and become the champion, there's also a part of me that's like, but I also now want to see Hot Shot and D Gen Z run roughshod with all the titles. So there was that conflict. I love the booking there.
And don't forget, when he won the title the first time against Big Dave, remember how crazy hot the reaction was, the crowd pop. I think it was one of the biggest pops that Grapplemax ever had. Now, 2 years later, he walks into the arena, the biggest heel that Grapplemax have, and facing off somebody who has the support of the audience that Wilson used to have 2 years ago.
Yes,
a bit the irony, there's a bit of irony there.
It's not irony so much as it is things coming full circle.
And the match.
What was that quote from Batman? You live long enough to become the villain.
To see yourself become the villain. Dude, like this match really sold itself based on the story, but in the match itself, like goddamn, like okay, they are good. Both of them are really good.
Look, I love that Hot Shot, and I know this is about Hot Shot matches, right? He loves to, and I think this is a Hot Shot thing because I don't really see it in other matches. He loves to tell little mini stories. For example, that one spot where I can't remember what it's called. It's that spinning kick from the ground, right?
The rolling kick.
Yeah, that rolling kick. The first time he does it, SPD blocks it, right? And so the second time he does it, he counters the block. So there's a story being like he's so cerebral in the way that, okay, I know that you know how to block this, so I will counter the block.
I don't know who agents his matches. Or like the both
of
them
come up with,
himself.
They come out with it,
because
right?
I tell you, there was one of my favorite moments from this match, right? Was something so simple. Like, why nobody thought of this? When SB was trying to go for the Hogan leg drop. And as he was going for the Hogan leg drop, his leg stuck out in front of Wilson, and it was just like, I hold the leg lah.
I block him.
Like, can you imagine how many counters Hogan would have had if somebody thought of that earlier?
Exactly.
Like fucking Macho Man probably like, fuck you.
Just hold your arms out and block the leg.
You know what I mean? Like, that was so smart. That was one thing. I think they did a whole bunch of other great sequences and counters to counters.
Okay, I want to ask you this, right? Because I know a lot of people got upset when John Cena took the 619 from Dom Mysterio and proceeded to completely no-sell it and grab him and drop him in the AA, right?
Because something similar happened, right?
Very similar happened here. Essentially, there was a spot where SPD gets hits the stunner on Wilson. Wilson sort of doesn't fall down. He actually stumbles and then he fires up, hits his kill shot.
Feels like a very AEW kind of a move.
But I mean, WWE just did it. John Cena just did it, right? So it's like Super Cena thing. What do you think of that?
I would say in the right scenario, in the right moment, when the stakes on the line, maybe I can explain it away by saying like, oh, the adrenaline kicked in. And like, when you kena, like how like in those movies when they shot the person, and then the person is like, oh, I'm gonna die.
Like the adrenaline rush.
But then before I die, I'm like, I kill everyone at the same time. You know, do you watch Lord of the Rings or not?
Yeah, of course.
Boromir, bro.
Oh, okay.
Remember Boromir kena arrow. He's still fighting to save the hobbits.
Sure. Yeah, it's the adrenaline rush of
Yeah.
being hit.
Correct. Eventually he will die lah. But
So what you're saying is, if you do it once in a while with the high stakes, it's okay. But if you do it every single match, then okay, like it's overdone.
no lah. If it's a fucking on a fucking velocity or a level up, then no lah. Like don't do that shit. I think for the context of this match, the fact it's so high stakes, him delivering the RKO right after taking the stunner, I think was a pop moment lah.
Yeah, it definitely popped the crowd, all right?
Yep.
And then after that was the ref bump moment. I don't think I've ever heard a crowd cheer or boo Sufyan that much. Oh, what was it? Wake up Sufyan or whatever.
Wake up Sufyan.
Okay, right. Anyway, so huge ref bump, and we're like, what's going on? Because so this is like the second half. So the first half was Infinity War. The second half, you know where we're going with this, is the endgame moment, right?
So this was the Grapplemax endgame moment, bro.
Okay, so here we go. Ref bump. So you knew that was the cue for Gen Z, your favorite Gen Zers, to show up. He doesn't hate LFG anymore. No more those efforts are still around. Now it's the effing.
I rather
Gen
them
Z.
Lao Chiaos than these Lan Chiaos. You know what I mean? What the fuck is going on, bro?
Okay, so Gen Z show up and they beat the piss out of our friend SPD.
Yeah, I need some Red Bull, man. Talking about this shit.
Oh my god.
Okay, anyway,
he's not even on the Red Bull.
Yeah, anyway, yeah. So that happened. They came in.
And I remember telling you who's going to make the save. Like who, because SPD technically is a loner.
Yeah.
He's a lone wolf, right? Like Stone Cold kind of guy, right? So who's gonna come up? And I guess the most logical person, because Gen Z also have done wrong by Greg and Boss.
Yeah, I mean, I think he was the perfect person to come up because to be honest, like Greg's history, the fact that this show was so momentous.
Yeah.
And then there's the history between Wilson, because Wilson was the inglorious protege of Greg, remember?
And he stabbed N-Boss in the back as well.
Alright, so I think it only makes sense for N-Boss to want to rectify his... It's like Obi-Wan coming back to confront Anakin again. And now Anakin has his own cronies, right? So I think that was a beautiful moment. But of course, you know, the numbers game prevailed. You have Gen Z like overpowering Greg. So who comes to make the save for Greg?
And again, we thought, all right, they were going to drag this whole GST thing out into 2026. Nope. I guess they wanted to give us what we want. Even though in real life, none of us want it. In the context of Grapplemax Wrestling, we want GST. So the music hits, and again, it's like WrestleMania endgame moment, that WrestleMania 40 thing where, you know, everybody and their mother comes out. Okay, it's not as crazy as that.
Dude, the pop though, when Dave appeared, people were like, holy shit, GST.
Yeah.
And like, you know, he came in, he cleared the ring, he defended Greg, and then they had that beautiful hug.
Yeah, they didn't just shake hands, they hugged. You know, they hit their finishers, the Brainbuster and the...
Stagger Driver, I guess.
It's like, okay, anyway, it's a double underhook face buster lah.
Yeah,
I don't know what he calls it lah. But anyway, they hit simultaneous their finishers and, you know, the crowd just came unglued.
Yeah, and like you said, now all the shenanigans are out of the way, the match resets.
Yes, so this is like that chapter, right? Where then, they all fight off. Then now it's down to SPD and Wilson again.
Undertaker came in, he already chokeslammed the Rock. Everything's out of the window.
Yeah.
And like, to me, that last sequence where it was essentially, I think it was like a roll up. There was a reverse hook.
There was a title shot that Wilson delivered to SPD. And then when SPD kicked out at 2.9, the crowd just went banana.
Yeah, it was so, because it looked so brutal.
Yeah.
And we heard it like pop.
No, yeah, and like Sufyan finally got up. Like, this is the moment, right? And we're conditioned to know that, I'm gonna hit title shot, confirm, that's it, bro, that's it. And then the pop for SPD, I think that moment, I feel, made the end of the match that much more special.
For that 1-2 seconds, you really think that they would have done it?
Yes. I thought that was it. I thought that, oh my God, Wilson's just going to carry on with the title and they're going to do the whole Gen Z dominates Grapplemax thing. So, great finish, I thought. So he hits him with the bell, blah, blah, blah. That didn't finish the match. What did finish the match was the stunner 1, 2, 3. New Grapplemax open weight champion SPD.
Well deserved. Well deserved. What a journey SPD has been on. So when he won the title, I think it was right. Like it was the right time.
Yeah. This is the
Wilson held it for 2 years, and my concern last year was like, there's nobody worthy enough for him to drop the title to.
Yeah.
Now you got SPD. It feels so natural.
Yep. And not only that, right? Now you have a whole faction gunning. And kind of like that situation with Showtime Inc. and Ban, right? Now you potentially have the entire D-Gen Z gunning for SPD. So it doesn't feel like SPD is, that's the thing about like these top babyface champions, right?
Yep, correct.
After a while, if they don't have strong enough opposition heels to challenge them,
Yep.
they can get stale. But in this case, he has the whole faction bearing down on him.
Correct. So I tell you, like for me, this match was the most emotional of the card.
Yep.
I wouldn't say it's the best match of the night, but I just felt like there was so much stakes to it that it felt, sports entertainment value.
Oh yeah, we were sports entertained. Look, let me ask you this: did the mini story within this main event story detract from it? Of course, the other story being GST. Because if you think about it, like it's like two separate stories, kind of.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they are intertwined.
I get you. To me, I felt like what really made this match work was that the history that SPD and Wilson has, combined with the new developments of D-Gen Z,
Yes.
combined with the end game situation,
Yeah.
I think all the parts fell into place.
I think so.
Yeah.
At some point, it becomes a whole. So much shit is happening, and it's cool shit we want to see. We are not going to nitpick it.
Correct.
We are now sitting after the fact. That's how the nitpicking comes. But when you are there in the moment, I think everybody had a great time.
I think it was an immediate reaction
Yeah.
to that moment.
Yeah.
And that concludes like the ending of the match, and so much to digest from Unity, right?
Yeah, just congrats. Congrats for putting on an amazing show, for doing it where you did it, for just
From what I heard from Greg, that they sold out 350 packs.
nice, okay.
Biggest gate that they've ever done.
Wow.
So I think that is also a culmination of everything Grapplemax has worked towards. Congrats to them. I think
Yeah.
it was a good showing.
And they did it like by and large with sort of their own roster of people.
Correct.
Promoting
Yeah.
their quote unquote local boys to that level.
I think 2026 is gonna shape out to be a bigger year because their 10th anniversary, right? And I know Greg was teasing like you ain't gonna see nothing yet. So
It's been 10 years.
it's gonna be 10 years. 2026, 2016.
Wait,
2026.
Is that does it mean it's our 10th anniversary as well?
No, we are on 9th.
Oh, I'm not,
We're still 2 years away.
Oh, we are still. Oh man.
We started 2 years later than that.
Oh, okay.
So
Man.
it's all good. But you know what? Congrats to them. I think easily one of the best shows that they put out this year.
Yes.
Whether it ranks in like the best Singapore local wrestling show, we shall see. We're not sure yet. But I came out of that like thinking like I'm very excited for the future of Grapplemax.
I must just say it right now. I think this is definitely a contender for best show of the year. And we were having this discussion earlier in the car, right? About like, really, you can say that already. Like, what about the wrestling festival, some of the CC shows? And yes, those were good shows, great shows, right? But I feel like this, just like WrestleMania is a culmination.
This was the culmination
Yeah,
moment,
and everyone feels good.
Correct.
Wrapping up storylines, setting up potential storylines in the future. It's that WrestleMania moment. Like, I know it's unfair, but I feel like, yes, this is one of the, if not the best show.
Yeah,
Especially for Grapplemax.
for sure.
Okay, Foreign went and got his apple cider. Look at his healthy mofo right now.
Cheers,
there
guys.
you go.
Let's
So
cheers.
we are ready to jump into the next thing. Happening on Friday. Oh my god, I can smell the apple cider. Shoot.
Strong as fuck, right?
You know, my mom used to drink apple cider vinegar all the time.
Does it really help?
I don't know.
Helps with the acid reflux, with the indigestion.
I guess it worked for her, so there you go.
Was she very slim?
Oh, yes, actually.
Yeah, that's the plan. To lose some weights.
Foreign apparently, drinking it for slimming. But anyway, yes, it certainly wakes you up, all right? So let's talk about SPW Tranquilo, which is happening on Friday. Very exciting stuff because, and I do believe it's sold out already.
Yes,
right?
correct. Sold out.
of course, we have huge guests coming to Tranquilo. We got Bushi, we got Tetsuya Naito. Oh my gosh. Okay, and we'll talk about their respective matches in just a little while. But
Correct.
this is our preview of what's going to be going down on Friday. Shout out if you're going to SPW Tranquilo, by the way.
Correct. I think the cool thing is as well, 1 week from now, Fuchao building as well. So I tell you, if you go for both shows, you know, like just to see the different vibe like SPW brings, and of course SPW generally always draws like the biggest wrestling crowds in Singapore, and also it's the strength of the not only the international stars that they bring in, the wrestlers as well. I think we've seen some of the wrestlers develop over the last 1 year, becoming stars of their own right. So I'm really excited to see how they're gonna perform as well.
Exactly. And talking about one of those guys, you know, Bryson Blade.
Correct.
He's sort of like slowly, you know, moving up the ranks. He's going to go up against Dr. Gore, who also has that little switch has gone off, right? It's Dark Gore. I don't know what it is about him, but he's been more Undertaker-esque, menacing than before, than ever.
Dr. Gore Noir.
Okay. Is that what it is?
I mean, I would love for it to be called that, but like, I mean, I love that, you know, he has reached a level where not, I mean, he's like a veteran already, but you know, he's like exploring his character, playing different versions of his Dr. Gore persona. I think it's great. There's also some scenarios where sometimes he always takes off his mask as well. So like, I just love that, you know, things are multi-layered. Big fan of Mankind, big fan of Mick Foley. So if that's what Caleb or / Dr. Gore is doing for his character, I'm all in.
Look, I've said this once, I'll say it again, right? Like him sort of taking on this new darker side character. I want to see him turn heel with it. I want to see Dr. Gore versus Butcherman at some point. That story needs to be told.
Correct. But as of now, you have Dr. Gore versus Bryson Blade, right? I mean, I'm just recalling from memory. Please, SPW fans, if there's anything I say wrong, call me out, you know, on the chat, because that helps. But I was there for the previous show.
Hardcore Island.
Not Hardcore, Halloween.
Oh, the Halloween. Was it Hardcore Island?
Oh yeah, correct. It's Halloween. Yeah, correct. Hey, you see, start already. But anyway, you know, like I think this happened especially in the Battle Royal match.
Yes, during the Halloween Battle Royal, the Legion of Total Anarchy, do not call them LTA, they cost Dr. Gore. So there is a grudge match to be had, or a feud to be settled.
Because Gore was actually one of the finalists in the over the top Battle Royal, and he should have won. You know, to me he should have won. But of course, he didn't have the chance to do so. And Bryson Blade was one of the main reasons that didn't happen. What have we not said about Bryson Blade, right? Like his maturation as well, you know, into the performer that he is now.
Our favorite edgelord is gonna get pushed to the edge. I was trying to find a cute turn of phrase there. Look, like I feel bad seeing Dr. Gore and what he's become, the edge that he has now, right? I think, R.I.P. Bryson.
Oh dear God, I think it will be a teachable moment. For Bryson Blade,
So there you go. Can't wait for that one. Okay, then we got someone who's got a lot of history with Bryson, right?
Correct.
Ryan Shin. No longer referee Ryan. Now he has a surname, huh? Ryan Shin, the SPW Hardcore Champion.
Newly minted Hardcore Champion. Congrats to him.
Versus Mason.
Yes, because we were talking about the Battle Royal recently. The winner of that Battle Royal and the new #1 contender is Mason. Very interestingly, bro. Mason all alone. Not with his tag team partner, not with the Midnight Bastards. So I wonder what is the situation there. Correct?
I don't know if he's injured.
Well, I'm not too sure again, but I've always thought Mason was like the more potential breakout star. Nothing against RJ, right? But then to me, like Mason is ready to step on his own. He's like Shawn Michaels in the Rockers, you know. And when he won that Battle Royale, I was thinking to myself like, oh, okay, now they're gonna, you know, finally put the rocket behind him, and immediately he's now in a title match with Ryan Shed. My question is Ryan just gonna be a transitional champion?
Is he gonna get ragdolled and destroyed?
Well, and Mason is already up and comer. I think putting the rocket on Mason makes the most sense. But then Ryan is a hugely beloved babyface in SPW, so would that be the right decision? So like, I just can't decide who can win.
It's the fuck boy versus the good boy. If you think about it.
Well, that's nice guys always finish last in this sense. You know what I mean? I've seen a lot of Masons in my life, and they always get the goal.
Okay.
Yeah.
What an interesting life Foreign has led. Apparently, he's seen a lot of Masons in his life. The FBs.
Fuck is going on?
Is Mason a Gen Z?
No. Mason, I think a bit older.
Okay.
Judging by his tattoos, maybe a bit older.
All right, there you go. That's that match. It's for the Hardcore Championship, so expect a lot of weaponry lah.
Yes, a lot of shenanigans.
Okay, we've seen them wrestle before, and this is apparently a #1 contenders match.
Ooh, for the
Queen of Asia
Championship.
yes.
Let's go.
I remember, actually, I was there watching their very first match, right? And I talked to you about how Mad Cat really impressed me because
Correct.
she has that early Lita vibe.
Yes, and I also watched her independently on my own for the
Yep.
Hardcore Island event, and she also impressed me. So like a welcome addition to the female roster in SPW.
Yes. I'm just a little bit like, okay, the first match between Selena and Mad Cat, to me, established their dynamic, right? But the match was a little bit like, hopefully by now they've had time to work with each other a little bit more, so they can tell the story that they need to tell.
The thing about Selena, she has such great character, right?
Yeah.
Like the whole dominatrix thing is
Sure.
quiet taste, but if you can pull it off, it's very compelling. So
Yes.
she has managed to pull it off. But then you got someone like Mad Cat, like who is this like super, like
Fresh lah, let's
fresh,
call it.
plucky kind of character, and I think they will have just by dynamics alone, character work alone.
Yep.
I think they complement each other really well. I'm just curious to see like what is the direction that SPW is going to take with these women.
Yep.
Because you have the Queen of Asia Championship, which I think is a great title.
Yep.
Not only like the likes of like people like Alexis Lee, Yumi, I think Riho even held the
Yes.
title during this period. Like it's very, what's the word? Like when you have a lot of great champions carry the title, very prestigious.
Prestigious, sure, yeah.
I think for the female talent here in Southeast Asia or
Yeah.
Singapore, it's a really prestigious title, and the fact that they are pushing new talent into that picture.
I think, yeah, to your point, right, there was a huge period of time where it was like basically Alexis Lee having to fight the guys. There weren't too many, or if any, female wrestlers local, right? And now we have like these two, we have Alexis as well. So at least that division is growing a little bit more.
Yeah, you know who I want to come back now, bro?
Who?
The colonizer.
Oh my gosh.
I miss that character, man. Damn. Whoever you are, Naomi, I hope you do a one-off. Why not?
Yeah, make a big return, right? Not right.
Yeah.
Okay, so we move on to the next match. Then it's the Singapore Championship elimination match. A lot of hard hitters in this one. Okay, of course, CK Vin is the champion.
Still the champion until
Yes.
now, all the way.
Iman is going to be in this match.
Correct.
So we've said a lot of things about Iman. I still feel like he had that match with Aiden.
Yes.
Right, and I think that helped push him to the next level.
Yes.
I want to see more as far as a character
Correct.
is concerned.
He's still trying to figure it out,
Yeah.
character-wise.
Versus, okay, you gotta help me out with this, because did he just rebrand Sane? S-A-Y-N Sane, right? Like I'm looking at the photo of him
Is
right
he
now.
the Undertaker now?
Yeah, why does he have his eyes rolled up? He's what garb is this? What
No,
kind of,
he's playing the Bomo role.
is he holding up coconuts and shit?
Yeah, he did in the Battle Royal, bro.
Wait, so you're telling me some of the hardcore island gimmick stuff actually has bled over?
Has carried on,
They
apparently.
carried the gimmick over. Okay.
You know what? Fucking entertaining, bro.
Okay.
I got a kick of when he appeared as the Bomo guy. So
Right.
if he's gonna continue that, if he's gonna go the Papa Shango route, why not?
As long as we don't see like Destroyer Dama suddenly have black goo oozing out of his
vomiting
face
out,
or something like that.
yeah, that's cool.
But yes, Destroyer Dama is in this match. Boombox Terrence.
I mean, I saw him once,
Yeah.
the previous time. Still very new. Haven't really made an impression for me.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on him? Have you seen him?
Yeah, I saw him the event before Hardcore Island, right? A lot of he reminded, and he kind of looks like it as well, even with the glasses. He's definitely an Edge fan, Adam Copeland.
Oh, really? Or like early age?
Early, like we're talking about like
Surfer Boy.
Surfer Boy with debuting with Christian Edge, sort of a thing, Like, actually, you know what? He's like, what were their indie names? He gives
Sexton
Hardcastle vibes. There you go, Sexton Hardcastle.
What
vibes.
a name.
Yeah, so it's an elimination match, so they have to eliminate one by one lah.
Yeah. The thing is, right, CK Vin,
Yeah.
we have interviewed him last year. We have seen how much of a douche he can be.
Yes.
But kudos to him. He has held the title for at least a year at this point, I'm pretty sure. So the Singapore Championship has been held down pat by this guy.
Yeah.
And he has proven beyond a shadow of a doubt like he has a talent to, to be a champion in SPW.
But the question is though, like obviously in a match like this, there are 5 contenders, 5 people in the match, right? The odds are completely stacked against him.
Correct.
So with a character like his, the question always becomes, how is he going to weasel his way out of this? How is he going to
How
scheme?
does he survive?
Yes, right? If you assume that he is not going to lose his title lah.
You know what? I want him to keep his title.
Yeah.
Because like I see all this field of competitors. Other than Dharma, to be honest, I don't see anyone that is like ready or like at the stage where they can take the title off of CK Vin. So
Right.
if you're not gonna get anybody new, unless you're gonna shock the whole world, but I don't think they will.
Yeah, I mean,
Keep it on CK. Come on.
Yeah. We obviously know that Sane and Boombox Terrence have the talent, right? The
Correct.
upside, but it's like it's too soon for them.
Correct.
Iman would be, like you said, a bit of a shocker.
Yep.
I don't know if he's there yet. And does Destroyer Dama doesn't need this title? Does he?
He doesn't.
No,
No,
right.
he doesn't. Why would he need the title? But
Okay,
he's
how does he
already
get
held,
pinned?
He's already held the title as well.
How does he get pinned?
Well,
Like everyone gang out on him. He's the first one to go
This
out.
could be a way to, how to say, this could be a way to introduce somebody new,
Okay.
or get the rub by somehow upsetting and beating
Him.
Yeah. So
Right.
I am of the thought that, because the thing is, Dharma has been kind of in and out of wrestling recently.
Yeah.
I know he's competing, he's doing other stuff,
Bodybuilding stuff,
Yeah.
yeah.
So like, to be honest, if you're not full time,
Yeah.
I don't think you should be like doing all the. You should be holding the Workman's Championship.
Sure.
For all of CK Vin's flaws, and he does have a lot of it, he has been there. He
Yeah.
has been putting on great matches on his own. He has the character, the fucked up attitude.
CB
but
face.
that as well. Like all those things, but you can't argue his drive and
Oh, yeah.
the will to be a great champion. So.
Just look for the total, the LTA lah, basically, Legion of Total Anarchy to play a role in this one. I'm pretty sure. All right, let's move on to the next match, and it is a Southeast Asia Tag Team Championship match. 3 teams are contending. We got Mighty Jackson. So this is a newly formed tag team. Of
Okay.
Mighty. And
Riz,
who apparently is also channeling his Michael Jackson, it was always the joke, right?
dude, watch Riz get the push of a lifetime next year. You know why?
Why?
Because they just released the trailer for Michael Jackson's
Oh, the movie.
new biopic, bro. I tell you, you do some sort of promotion or you just work your way
Oh my
towards the
God.
release date,
Yeah.
and have a Michael Jackson match. I tell you, confirm it will blow up.
So this is another case of them doing a character during the Halloween show, and they just brought it over.
To be fair, he has been getting Michael chants
Yeah.
and he chants for a longer time.
He chants.
I think he finally embraces, like, you know what?
Okay.
Fuck it. I'm just gonna be Michael Jackson.
So is Ricky Malik gonna lean into being Harry Potter?
The thing is, he did troll us the last show.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm gonna sneeze.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh my god, that was a strong one.
Oh,
Let's
boy.
go. Keep
There
that
you
in
go.
the edit. Okay.
Of course.
Oh, fuck.
Ricky Malik and
shit.
Kentona, they are in this match as well, members of the Legion of Total Anarchy.
Correct. What is this LTA name, bro?
It is what it is, lah.
It's making me want to sneeze again.
Okay. Of course. Oh my God. All
Yeah,
right.
sorry.
It's the apple cider. I swear. The
I-
smell is. I can smell it from here, bro. I don't know how you drink it.
Yeah, but-
I told you my mom used to drink it. Right. I could not stand the smell.
This is why I'm wide awake right now.
Oh, okay. Jack and Cheese.
Yeah.
Talking about our champions, the SPW Tag Team Champions. Okay, question. Is it time?
I mean,
They are all.
sorry.
One sneeze equals no.
No.
Look, they've been champion for quite a while. Obviously, they're still a very popular tag team.
Correct.
Big Good Jack, CBK. Is there a compelling competitor? Like, one is a newly formed team, and another
Alhamdulillah.
is. Are you okay or not, bro?
I'm gonna power through this, Mr.
Okay,
Young. You know
alright.
what? This is a 1 a.m. podcast that we're recording right
I know,
now.
right?
Let's go.
We love this shit. All right. Versus a team like, okay, Ricky Malik and Cantona, yes, they've been together a while, but like I wouldn't consider them like an established tag team.
Why not?
Oh, so what?
Why
them as the
not?
champions?
Why not? Just, it's an anniversary show.
Okay.
They're gonna piss off the crowd by doing that, but why not? Ricky Malik, he's ready.
And
Oh my God, one sneeze says yes.
Mighty and Riz. Any shot that they shock us with a completely brand new tag team winning the title? No? Okay.
No, let's not go there.
Wow. Okay.
Too new.
All right. Or Big Good Jack and CBK retaining.
The thing about them retaining is that where does the titles go from there?
Right.
So
I mean, they do defend it regionally.
gonna power through this.
Count the number of sneezes. If you can answer how many sneezes did foreign produce in this entire podcast, we'll give you a high five. I got no prize for you. Sorry.
I don't think they want to high five me with my nose right now, but sure.
Sure.
Yeah, but the thing is, like I said, CBK and Big Good Jet has held for a while. They're very established, but they might run into the same issues that Aussie had from Grapplemax. Like they are the undisputed champions. Who's gonna step up to them, and will they become stale? Because while they are still popular, there's not much stories that can be told because the tag teams are all too new and not established yet.
Right. I mean, they do have defenses like in other countries as well.
So against other promotions, tag teams.
But on the home front, I get exactly what you're saying, right? So what is their next step? Who is like as far as I'm concerned, they don't have an ongoing sort of storyline feud or anything with any of these teams, especially.
I mean, they are on a roll for sure.
Yeah.
Right? They have been beating a lot of tag teams across the region, not just here. So they are easily one of the top tag teams in Southeast Asia, not just Singapore.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is like, again, if you wanna create something memorable coming out of the Tranquilo and have people talking, what better way than to piss off the crowd and get Ricky Malik hands on the title?
Wow, okay, you are quite sold on that.
Why not?
Apparently.
I'm vibing to it.
All right, there you go. All right, let's move on to the next match then. And it is a Queen of Asia Championship match.
Yep.
I don't know much about Viva Van. Need to find out more. She is going up against Alexis Lee, of course, who is the champion.
Yeah, I saw that both of them was actually on the PWI list for the women.
Okay.
Congrats again to Alexis Lee, who was on the list, I think, second year in a row. And I saw the previous match she had with Kaden Carter, great match as well. So she's definitely, is one of the top stars for the women in
SPW.
Not just SPW, but the whole of Southeast Asia right now. From my understanding, Viva Van is actually based in the US. LA, I believe.
She is a VPW Women's Champion. VPW is what? Vietnam Pro Wrestling.
I am not too sure. I think it could be, But anyway, they have cross path in Tokyo, so I think they have definitely met each other through their travels. That's the thing, right? I'm all for like the women coming to Singapore with really a lot of pedigree,
experience,
just for it to benefit Alexis as well. But we've seen recently Mercedes Moné fighting Nur Diana Phoenix. Congrats to her, putting the shine on Malaysian wrestling. So like, I'm all for Alexis wrestling against the caliber of maybe a Viva Van or maybe one of the more well-known names going forward in the future for the women. Just so that more spotlight is here on Singapore. So this could be a watershed moment because if Viva Van, if I'm not wrong, based in LA, shines the light here in Singapore, that could open the doors for a lot of other Western wrestlers to see Singapore like, hey, Indy Hartwell traveling around, doing her probably indie run, seeing this, like maybe I want to go to Singapore.
Sure.
We saw recently Nixon Newell, which is the former Tegan Knox.
Oh yeah, there was a whole drama with her showing up in AEW
and then walking away after that.
Like we won't get into that. Hashtag won't know.
But she might be like, hey, this is Singapore wrestling promotion. Come.
Why not? Why not? All right, talking about foreign guests, but wrestling guests coming to Singapore. Let's talk about Bushi versus Aiden Rex. Okay, the co-main event and the main event, those two look like absolute bangers.
Bangers, bro. Not just bangers from the wrestlers, the foreign wrestlers coming in, but Aiden Rex, once again, getting a very, very good rub. But also a chance to prove himself, to showcase his talent because, god damn, I mean, he's easily one of the best technical wrestlers that Singapore has. That's why he's called Technical Marvel, right? But I was very, very surprised that he was actually in the opening match, the previous show. So I think this is a bit more his level.
Yes,
co-main event, having the opportunity to display his wrestling skills against a Japanese legend at this point in time, Bushi. So I'm very excited.
What do you know about Bushi? Because obviously, I don't follow Japanese wrestling that much, right?
To me, what I know about him is really from his affiliation with Los Ingobernables. I can't pronounce it, bro. We have done this dance before. I know.
Los Ingobernables.
Los Ingobernables. Yes, correct. So he has ridden that faction from New Japan. I think he has done has done content.
What?
He has done excursions in America, in Mexico, as a master wrestler. So I would say his career is a bit more like maybe Dragon Lee before he went to WWE, right? A solid guy, well traveled.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say Bushi is like a main echelon star, top star in New Japan. Probably like more of the mid card side.
Yeah.
There's a reason why he's in a faction with Naito, and Naito is the one that people knows more. So
Los Tranquilos.
Los Tranquilo.
I don't even know how you are supposed to say it, but there you go.
I know he and even Andrade has some sort of history.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, because they got the Los Ingobernables in Mexico as well.
All right, so there you go. That's your co-main event. That one's going to be a banger. And then we just brought up his name, right? Naito. Your main event for the SPW Southeast Asia Championship. What a test for the champion, obviously, the Butcherman we all know and love, right? Statement's going to be in this match as well. It's a triple threat.
What are the odds of Naito winning the SPW Southeast Asia Championship?
Wow, I mean, okay, if anything, it will bring a lot of prestige to the title. But the question is he going to come back and drop the title? Or are they going to have a rematch for him to drop the title, you know?
Does he have to be based in Singapore now that he's the SPW Southeast Asia Championship?
I mean, okay, we've seen it before, like, it's not that case. Like, he could just, like, Statement could go to Japan and take it back or something, or it could be Butcherman, right?
Yeah.
But I know what you're saying. So, like, we're sort of approaching this from that point of view of, if he win, then how? The title. Right? Yeah. Especially for a name like Tetsuya Naito.
Correct. I mean, I'm sure he's really busy, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, just saying, if he has to defend his title, if he wins the championship here, he needs to rent a place, like next door. I got an open.
Okay. Let's not go that far.
I mean, he wants to walk to Future, can walk over.
Oh, right.
Okay, anyway, but the point is, this is going to be a banger because the last show, at the end of the match, I think after Butcherman retained his title, the statement came out.
Yes.
And then the crowd was like, Statement and Butcher again?
Yeah.
They were like, that can't be the main event for the anniversary show because they have seen this before. But that was until Naito appeared on screen.
Yeah.
And when Naito appeared on screen, I was like, thinking to myself like,
what?
Wow, okay. I have seen Kenny Omega wrestle in Singapore, right? And that was a level of fan interest that was huge. But that was, AEW just started at that point in time.
Yeah.
Naito is coming to the end of his career. Left New Japan last year. At this point in time, like, people are asking, like, what does Naito want to do? Because he has done everything.
Yeah.
So, you know what? Maybe what he wants to do is just win the SPW Southeast Asian Championship. Why not?
Maybe.
Yeah.
And of course, I mean, we'd be remiss not to bring up the fact that Butcherman has had a lot of really tough matches in the past couple of events.
Yeah, Irie,
yeah.
2 matches against him. Having to fend off a real global threat.
Yeah.
But this is easily his biggest test.
Yes.
You don't not just have Statement like he has a shared history with, but we have a Japanese legend.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, to me, the big three, right, of the last decade, Naito, Okada, and then maybe Tanahashi, right? So he has the Butcherman has wrestled 2 of the top 3 Japanese wrestlers of the last decade.
Wow.
Talk about a resume, bro.
Right?
Shout out to Butcherman for that.
Yeah, if anything, it is defining the legacy of his championship run and the title as well. Which brings us to the fact that, is there any scenario where Butcherman just doesn't pin Statement? I mean, isn't the outcome a bit obvious? Butcherman is not going to be pinning Tetsuya Naito, I don't think.
Yeah.
And the only way to get out of Naito not winning the title is to have Butcherman pin Statement.
So my question is that going to be the predictable ending?
Yeah.
Or is Statement going to swerve everywhere and win the title?
By pinning Butcherman.
Yeah. Or is Naito going to be the SPW Southeast Asia Championship? Like, why not?
Yeah, but again, that goes back to the thing of, I don't think he's going to win the title, right? Like,
you don't think he can beat Butcherman or Statement?
It's not that I don't think he can. I don't think it is logically But then again, if Mercedes Moné can be the Apex Wrestling Women's Champion, then anything can happen lah.
Like I said, Naito, you need a room to rent while you defend your title the next 1 year.
Over there.
Over there got.
Can you imagine your neighbors with him?
And he's like, hey, Fahad, you're looking for the
You hear a knock on
toothbrush.
Yeah, you hear a knock on your door at 2 a.m. and he's there outside doing like this.
Yeah, he knocked on the door and he's like,
okay, anyway. I like the fact that, this is kind of hard to call, to be honest.
It's really hard, to be honest. And I want to see what is Naito's, where is Naito at in his career right now? Like, is he slowing down? Is he gonna be motivated now that he's a freelancer? He can do all this crazy stuff. I want to see which Naito will show up at SPW, right?
So there you go. It's already sold out, the event. So if you're going to be going, hopefully we'll see you there.
Yeah, all the best, all the best. If you are there, that means somehow we got tickets still.
It's going to be a banger of a show, let's face it. With the likes of Bushi, Naito, and the card that we just previewed.
So I love it, right? Like for me, as a local wrestling fan, I love 1 weekend I can go watch, Grapplemax. I can see what they're all about. And then the next weekend I can go see SPW.
Yes.
And see all these international stars. We are very spoiled for choice. So, if you hear the podcast, you just love wrestling in general. We want everyone to succeed. So let's hope they put on a great show and the gospel of pro wrestling continues to be spread here in Singapore and beyond.
Absolutely. The crazy thing is, we are not done. We have one more thing to preview. It's a crazy time to be a wrestling fan, but you know what? End of the year, we just get through all this, enjoy ourselves. Then December we relax a bit.
December lepak.
Detox a bit, you know.
Detox with some apple cider after this.
God, I can smell the apple cider. All right, we're talking about Survivor Series.
Correct.
Survivor Series. Whoa.
Yeah. Can we briefly talk about the state of WWE? I know we had this conversation maybe 2 weeks ago. Talking about why is WWE shit in 2025? I think they might have heard us, bro. They might have listened to the podcast.
Okay.
Because
what is more likely, and I know where you're going with this, but what is more likely is also something that we mentioned. It is just that ebb and flow of storylines. They are building towards Survivor Series, Royal Rumble, WrestleMania season. And more, we know that WWE is in the, let's just have regular shows, but once in a while we pop the crowd with something exciting and memorable. Because you can't always have highs. If you always have highs, then none of it is high. It's just a flat line, right?
Yeah. Maybe it's also the timing, because right after the episode that we did, we have John Cena going to the TD Garden, winning the IC Championship.
Yes.
Right? I think we are really reaching the home stretch of his career. I think the stakes are getting higher. So I think the IC title run, no matter how brief it's gonna be super memorable.
Yes.
I think the outcome is gonna be Dom, benefiting from it. And then of course the last time in South tournament is happening. But then suddenly they realize, oh shit, it's War Games. We actually need to pack this lineup with some stars, and that happened this past Monday in Madison Square Garden.
Before we get there, though, what do you think of the returns of Zack Ryder, Dolph Ziggler?
Great cameos, I would say. Of course, they both didn't win, but that wasn't the point, right? The point was for people to have this nostalgia of I remember Zack Ryder and Cena had a thing. I remember Dolph Ziggler used to fight Cena every single SmackDown, it seemed,
And apparently he tried to get with Nikki Bella while Cena was, also...
According to Total Divas.
Yes.
Which might be scripted or not.
Great show, great freaking show. Look, seeing Dolph Ziggler back, right, man, it made me feel there's that feeling of, I wish that guy had more. They gave him more, right? He had a world title run, sure. But it's the way he sold for Solo Sikoa.
Spike.
Yeah, he did everything in his, and he's become one of those guys, unfortunately, right? Who sells so well that he's always going to lose. Unfortunately. It is what it is.
But you know what? I will always respect
Yes,
Ziggler. He's been out of WWE for about 2 years.
Yeah.
But in that 2 years, he became a TNA World Champion. So, he's doing well for himself. So it's all good.
Did they kind of punk out TNA though? He Solo kind of
Nah,
Solo is not a quote unquote main guy.
No, but it's fine because
you're showing the world that the mid card guy can beat the TNA World Champion.
he's not a champion right
now. I mean, a former.
he has the credentials, sure, but to me, this whole tournament, if I was Cena, it seems that that's what Cena wants is to highlight all the younger wrestlers. So I'm okay if the younger wrestler go over.
Yeah.
Solo I think Solo has become very, very entertaining. So I'm actually quite cool with him
Sure.
getting more opportunities. Not just that lah. And I also feel like WWE suddenly realized like, oh shit, it's war games. We need to like sell some tickets.
Yeah.
We need to make a big deal.
So let's get to those War Games matches in just a bit, but let's talk about some of the other matches and the build up to it, okay? There is a Women's World Championship match. Stephanie McCur versus the most obvious heel turn ever, Nikki Bella. Here's the thing about
You can't hate Nikki Bella, right? I mean, you are Total Divas fan.
Yeah, but Nikki Bella was like my least favorite.
Oh yeah.
So I don't care how you are in a different show, right? In this show, she's just been there, and she's
How do you think her return has been so far?
garbage. She came in and became a member of the roster immediately and has had shitty matches and shitty promos. Like she's totally exposing herself to be a product of her era. In that she would not survive in 2025 if she were a brand new wrestler.
She would have been like Mia Yim Sport or something like that.
Yeah, she would be just a lower mid card. But because she was in that era, she had a twin, and that was their whole gimmick. And yeah,
dude, I saw this interview or some quote that I read that Nikki Bella said.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's correct or wrong, but I just have to say it because it's so hilarious that someone would say this. She said that sometimes she purposely posts thirst traps because she likes the attention.
Okay, no shit.
Yeah, but she put it like this was like a quote that she said in like interview. So I'm thinking to myself like,
way to state the obvious.
Like, I guess some women like to do that. It's fine.
No, but I mean, it's fine. There's no hate against that, right?
Yeah,
you do you, girl.
Correct.
There will always be an audience for this kind of stuff.
Why throw me under the bus?
Okay, fine.
No,
all of us.
Sorry, like
we love thirst traps.
No,
keep
but
thirsting.
The point I'm trying to make is that you already know her psyche. Like there wasn't one like, oh, I want to prove myself that I can hang with the best in the world. I want to test myself against this new generation. I've been putting in. No, I just like to post thirst traps. You know what I mean? Like, so the disconnect is there.
Yeah.
So like, how anyone in the right mind want to support Nikki Bella against Stephanie McCur, who is the definition, epitome of grinding out, and trying to make opportunities for herself to do well in wrestling. And you can see it shows in her wrestling capabilities, right?
I hate this match because Stephanie could have had a better feud with somebody who's more in line with her wrestling capabilities. And Nikki is no longer even though she is legendary status,
she's a name.
She's just a name. And yeah, to me, even I don't know if it's because I didn't watch that era of wrestling, so I don't have the connection with Nikki Bella. That's probably one thing as well. But
I was watching and I didn't have that connection.
Okay, well, there you go, right? Like, unless the payoff is Brie Bella shows up, and then you have some twin magic bullshit. I think that will pop the crowd if they did the swap like they used to do back in the day.
But why would they do that? Because Brie is going to retire. I don't. Bryan Danielson.
I know, but to me, that's the only thing that could kind of even redeem this match. Because what are the options here? Stephanie McCur beats Nikki Bella like she should. Okay, who cares? Nikki Bella beats Stephanie McCur. Nobody wants to see that.
Well, the cut needs like a downer match.
Oh, so this is a toilet break match.
For the flow.
So again, Stephanie McCur does not deserve that. So that's why I hate this match.
But you know what? I think it's fine for Stephanie to have like a couple of C feuds.
So a notch on her belt. Oh, former champion, legend, whatever.
Like Stephanie, that needs to be that. But the thing is, all the top stars are kind of tied up at War Games right now.
Yeah.
Who's she gonna fight? Bayley, Lyra.
Why the hell not? Bayley versus Stephanie McCur is actually a better match.
Can you imagine them doing the Devil's Kiss spot with Bayley?
Oh yo.
Astaghfirullah. Okay, anyway.
Anyway, yeah,
we spent way too long on this preview of this match. Let's
low bar this match. Okay, the next match, high bar because they've had that previous match. Their interactions have been golden. John Cena clearly wants to put over a young and upcoming talent. I mean, to us, I think Dom is there already.
Yeah, Dom has definitely grown leaps and bounds the first time I've seen him. This is also in his hometown, San Diego. Petco Park, right?
Yeah, I don't know the exact arena, but yes, he brought it up during the promo.
So like to me, this is like the best way for Dom to win back the title. I know she was always meant to have a short run.
Yeah.
But I'm so happy towards the end of this reunion or retirement tour that he managed to put over a young talent. Because to be honest, he didn't really put over any young talent in his run. In this run.
Well, then again, who was ready to be put over?
I don't know. He didn't even have a run with Braun Breaker. He didn't even face Bronson Reed. Like all these people had their whole vision thing, but like
Like, and Dom is one of those people that everyone wanted to face John Cena. So it's like for the fans as well. Obviously, Dom is gonna win back his IC title. Yeah. Does that seem like foregone? Okay, how? The question is how? Do we have shenanigans, Judgment Day, pull off bullshit? It's not gonna be clean.
I have no idea, but you know what? Whoever wins the last time in our tournament, would it culminate at Survivor Series? Because if that's the case, then maybe the one that is winning might interfere or somehow,
Remind me, where are the brackets? Where are we now in the brackets?
We are at the quarterfinals.
Okay. So when are the finals?
So that's the thing. Is it gonna be? No, the finals itself should be. Was it Survivor Series? Actually, no.
I don't know.
It's not stated, right? Survivor Series.
No.
Then it might carry over until post Survivor Series.
That's what I was thinking. So we wouldn't have that scenario where we know who the challenger is, Gunther, and then Gunther just interrupts, right? There's still brackets to be had. So I think more than likely this is sort of it's related because it's John Cena, but it's not going to affect the outcome of this match. More than likely it will be a Judgment Day thing.
Or surprise everyone, Dom wins clean.
Wow,
Dom beats Cena with his ingenuity.
Like he cheats some way, like Eddie Guerrero style.
He like kind of tricks Cena in a certain way, maybe.
Why not finally pull the trigger on Roxanne Perez and Dom?
So what? You figured Roxanne in the finish somehow?
Yes, like she, helps Dom win. They freaking hug in the ring. They accidentally kiss. Or at least give us because
how do you accidentally kiss? Tell me.
Whatever they hug like, oh my god, and then they get so caught up in the moment they kiss.
This reminds me of the time someone says, I accidentally tripped and fell into her pussy. Sorry, what? Sorry. In this PG, sorry.
No, it's after hours. Technically, as we record, this is 1:30 a.m. So
it's kicked to the gut after hours. Guys.
Yeah. Look. Just now we were at Grapplemax and then randomly with Greg and Dave, the crowd was shouting kiss, kiss, kiss. So shit like this will happen also. Okay, no. Again, I think that the whole Roxanne Perez thing with Raquel, it needs additional layers.
Sort of
and at some point, Liv Morgan needs to come back.
Liv for sure needs to come back.
So there you go. I think that's the next step. But that said, I think it's shenanigans. Dom wins.
Dom's got to win.
Yeah.
I want Dom to go into Royal Rumble #1, bro.
Oh, that's another story for another day. So, okay, there you go. Dom wins up.
Yep.
Somehow putting John Cena over. All right. Cena putting Dom over. Let's talk about War Games. Let's talk about the Women's War Games match. I want to very quickly also mention how entertaining Becky Lynch has become online. How unhinged she's become with her posts. Calling out Adam Pearce, calling out the referee, CM Punk, AJ, like everything she's posted has been, and it's like all caps.
She has, I think, embraced this new version of her character.
Yeah.
The one where she says I am the greatest women's wrestler according to Bleacher Report and Sports Illustrated.
Yeah, according to Triple. She's become like a Karen, essentially, or not even a Karen. There are people who talk like that.
Yeah.
And they're like
very full of herself. I love it. Remember that? I think there was this one Raw where they went to Ireland, where she's technically supposed to be the babyface, but she actually shitted on her own hometown crowd, which was hilarious.
Yeah.
I think Becky has leveled up.
Yeah.
And now that Seth is not around, she has all these cracks that she can continue.
I love that she's moved on from the whole Bailey Lyra thing. Remember?
Oh god.
And she's elevated it. The IC title.
Yeah, for sure. Dude, not only has she elevated, she pulled a great match out of Maxine Dupree.
Yeah, and made Maxine Dupree, and we talked about this before. Maxine, even though she's still quite green, right? She really gives off that Stacy Keibler vibe. Like she's trying vibe. And you can't help but root for that. Even though she's not the most sound, technical wrestler out
But
there.
she's a great athlete.
She is. She really is.
Somebody also said that she reminds people of like early Trish when she won
Yeah.
her first title.
Yeah. There's a lot of like, I want you to succeed because you seem like a really cool person.
Yes,
Right.
I think the crowd definitely sees that in her. Like they, despite maybe she's not the most polished wrestler, but just the hunger, the effort, the dedication that she puts in, we're like, okay, I'm gonna root for this girl.
And then of course AJ costing Becky Lynch, to lose the title to Maxine, leading us to this War Games match. So we have several like stories and
Story threads.
feuds going into this. So okay, on the face side of things, you have AJ Lee, you have Rhea and Io, the best friends, right? And they've sort of had this feud with the Kabuki Warriors on the other side. And then you have Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss, who had their own thing of like Charlotte Flair didn't want to team up with Rhea Ripley because of their history, and then Alexa Bliss went on SmackDown. Great promo, by the way. She like talked directly into the camera.
I liked it a lot.
Called out Charlotte Flair, say, "What the hell? I thought we were supposed to be best friends." Blah blah blah. There I said it, best friends.
Do you see SmackDown today's SmackDown?
No, I haven't.
Oh, so there was this one segment where Alexis kind of like set up Charlotte so that she would confront Alexa set up Charlotte so that she would end up in the same room as Rhea Ripley.
Oh.
And then they were like, okay, we need to talk.
Oh.
And then like, okay, bye. And then we kind of leave them alone. And then the scene was hilarious because the way it was shot was like a normal backstage segment, right?
Yeah.
But then when they were left in the room, then they went to other matches and they came back to the same situation.
Mm-hmm.
Suddenly it became what?
What?
A cinematic promo, like Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes talking in the field,
What?
with the quick cuts,
Oh,
the
shit.
heat, like the soundtrack on. So it basically became like a cinema, cinema situation.
Okay, I like that. I like that.
So they have buried the hatchet, like essentially.
Which is good. So that leads us to like a full-on like cohesive team going up against Nia Jax and Lash Legend, who I'm not sold on, by the way.
I have not seen a lot of Lash, but I know she is a big, strong horse character.
So you got two powerhouses in Nia Jax and Lash Legend, together with the Kabuki Warriors, which we already know. And again, I'm sort of like, I don't want to say disappointed, but like there was that whole thing of, will Kyrie turn on Asuka, stand up for herself? Because like Asuka was bullying Kyrie,
It
but
never transpired.
No, it seems like they've given up on that whole idea altogether, and they're just a heel tag team.
You know what else they have given up on?
What?
Bailey having a split personality.
Oh, right. Now she's just teaming with Lyra, and they're just friends.
They're too lazy. I think they just for some reason the women's division promos, they're like, never mind, no one cares. So yeah.
Sad.
Yeah. But anyway, for women's War Games match, pretty stacked card.
Super stacked.
Minus Lash Legend, but
yeah.
Super stacked card.
AJ comes in last, yeah? AJ and Becky last.
I would love an AJ Becky feud going into Royal Rumble for sure.
I mean, we know that's on cards, but they've already set that up.
Yeah.
I mean, AJ costing Becky.
Yeah. I think AJ returning is great. It just gives this match a bit more gravitas. AJ's gonna be AJ's first match in War Games, I believe. Right? So that's gonna be something to look forward to. Yeah, and I will be quite looking forward to seeing what's the outcome. Like, will Charlotte's history with Rhea cause some situations to happen as well? Will there be any defections? Anyone from the babyface team might
turns. Oh my god.
There's a lot of situations in play for sure.
Okay. Who wins and who, like, I don't know if you want to go. Wait, this is not elimination style, right?
I believe it's just winner.
First to pin, right? Who wins? Yeah.
I think.
And what is Io going to put over her head when she does the moonsault?
Well,
trash can again?
That's something to look forward to. But I have a feeling the baby faces will win. I just see more. There's more fallout that can be done with the baby faces winning going forward. Yeah, especially even like AJ getting the pin over Becky will be interesting, or like maybe Rhea and Charlotte putting themselves aside, or one of them sacrifice or protect each other.
Right.
I think that would be a great moment as well.
All right, let's talk about that men's War Games match. Very quickly, right? Because we are on the subject of War Games. What just happened in AEW recently?
Blood and guts.
Blood and guts. And as we know, AEW, they will go all out, over the line, whatever you want to call it. We do way too much.
I mean, we didn't watch it. I didn't watch it, but you know what I've watched recently that's AEW related?
What?
Tony Khan appearing on Ariel Helwani.
Oh my god, did they bury the hatchet? Was it very awkward?
No, it was fine.
It's fine. No,
It was okay. Like somebody said on the comment, something damn funny. Oh, I think Tony Khan took his medication. He took some PR training.
Oh,
because he actually came across halfway professional. And not gonna lie, he did not shirk away from some hard hitting. You know how Ariel is not afraid to ask like, the crazy questions, right?
Yeah.
I think he came across from the interview looking better.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
But he was promoting Full Gear, and you know how it is when it comes to promoting everything. Everything he says will somehow lead to promoting the show.
Be sure to watch Full Gear.
Yeah, he's happy lah promoting it and like talking about how great his product is, which is like expected from a promoter.
Yeah, it is.
But the fact of the matter is no one has been watching AEW. So
well, they have
at least on our side.
They have their sickos and everything, but yeah, it's as usual them going overboard with it, right? And in the men's one especially, it was kind of a letdown because it was a bunch of mid-carders, to be honest. Right?
Yeah.
The women's blood and guts match was the better match, but holy shit, did they overdo it?
They went all out with the bloodlust.
Yeah. So I don't think we will expect that from WWE. I think they'll be far more professional.
We can't compare.
Yeah, it's really different animals outside of the fact that they're doing it in a cage.
Yeah, but one thing I was telling you as well before we went live was like I think WWE realized that they have so much star power.
Yeah.
They don't really need a storyline. I mean, okay, the main storyline of this is what? The vision, right?
Yeah.
CM Punk's issue, the vision of whoever Cody Rhodes, whatever it is. That's fine.
Yeah.
But there wasn't like this weaving in and out storyline that maybe we had it last year, we had it 2 years ago.
Yeah.
But the thing that I realized is that WWE right can really coast on just star power.
Oh yeah, for sure. So they've done the legwork already. They've established the stars already, and therefore we can rely on those stars. And then we can just 2 weeks before, just pull shit together.
Alright.
Give us the moment. And of course, recently the big moment was the return of Brock Lesnar, followed by Roman Reigns
on the same night.
Yes, and then facing off in the ring, apparently it broke some YouTube records or it was the most watched, something like that. But we talked about this before. This has become WWE's MO. They are chasing those moments so that, once in a while you get that blast of adrenaline and then you start talking about it.
But let's be honest, bro. How many times has Roman Reigns returned this last 1 year? I feel like every 3 months he disappeared and he returns.
Yeah. But still, I mean, he has that cachet that when he comes back, it's still a happening. Yeah. Right? And he's not the type of person who overstays his welcome.
I don't want to nitpick.
Yeah.
But I think it's fair that we call things out, right?
Okay.
Where we see it. The last time we saw Roman, he lost to Bronson Reed at Crown Jewel.
Yeah.
Right? And then what did he say to the Usos? I don't want to see you guys until Christmas.
It's not Christmas yet. Wow, we're near Christmas month. Whatever lah. Hey, don't really nitpick this fella. 1:30 a.m. he's nitpicking.
No, I'm just saying that, dude. He said he doesn't want to see that at Christmas. This is Thanksgiving, bro.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Sure, whatever.
I'm very sure he said I didn't want to see you guys until Christmas. But anyway, so he returned. So now I want to understand what is it in it for him.
To face, I don't.
Exactly.
To go up against Paul Heyman.
No, for me, Brock Lesnar makes sense because he will always answer to Paul Heyman.
Guy, yeah.
But Roman, to be honest, unless the Steph was still around, it would have made sense for you to return because he has the beef with Steph.
Yeah.
But is his beef only with Bronson Reed? Then that's the reason why he's willing to team up with Cody Rhodes, who he doesn't fully trust, and CM Punk, who he has historically hated.
Yeah.
You see where the holes are. So I think they still need this week's Raw to kind of explain themselves.
Do you think this was already penned in as Seth Rollins being in this match and therefore Roman Reigns coming back would have made perfect sense? But because Seth is out, let's just still go. We already booked him. What, are we going to cancel Roman Reigns? No, right? So he's back.
So I have this theory, right? If Seth was still leading this whole faction, right?
Yeah.
I don't think we will have either Logan Paul or Drew McIntyre in this match.
Oh, makes sense, yeah.
Because you have Seth, you have the two Brawns.
Yeah, Brock.
Maybe they have Brock for sure.
They're all Paul Heyman guys.
Just for the the rub. Maybe Drew. Drew's not involved.
Sure.
Maybe they kept
Logan out.
Maybe they kept Logan in and then they have Drew out.
Ah, right.
But I don't know. I really don't know because Drew also has the feud with Cody. So
I mean, okay, they don't all have to link perfectly. That's the quote-unquote beauty of a lot of Survivor Series matches, be it the traditional match or these new war game matches.
Yeah, I don't know whether they specify, but is Logan officially part of the Vision now?
No. It's like
ally,
a friend,
alliance,
broski, whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
Just like how CM Punk and Cody Rhodes are allies, I suppose, and the Usos and Roman Reigns.
Yeah. Maybe that's the case.
Yeah. I read a rumor somewhere that Jimmy or Jay might get replaced in this match. Did you read this?
No, why?
I don't know. Like they have a returning star that will replace.
I only know about Sheamus being injured. I didn't hear any other news or something like that.
Are you excited for this match?
Yeah, of course.
Mm.
Of course. I mean, just purely the stuff all alone.
Yeah.
Dude, crazy stat.
Mm.
Brock Lesnar has never been in the War Games.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
Officially, right? No?
Yeah. I mean, they only made the War Games like return like recently.
Yeah.
So yeah, that kind of tracks.
For some reason, I have this crazy vision in my head. Remember that this one spot that Roman Reigns did to Brock?
Yeah.
He speared Brock through the cage broke and then he fell.
Yeah.
Remember? I think he might do the same thing with War Games.
You think so?
Yeah. I think he'll probably do like a crazy ass spear.
Yeah.
Brock breaks through the side of one of the cages.
Yeah.
I think it would be pretty dope if that happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's a War Games match, so you can't end the match like that.
No.
If you climb over, you lose, right?
No, you can do all those things.
Yeah.
You win by pin or submission.
Right.
Yeah. Well, another thing as well is what are they going to try to achieve with this match? Is the plan to keep the Vision strong.
Yeah.
Right? So if they keep the Vision strong, that means you need to get Braun or Bronson winning the match. Who do they pit? I mean, Jimmy Uso lah. But
Jimmy.
But like I don't know. Like, would they want to send the crowd home happy, upset?
Yeah.
Or crazy idea. Main event is Cena and Mysterio.
Oh no, it's not gonna be.
Nah.
This has to be the main event.
Okay.
It makes no sense, otherwise.
So like you start with the women's and then you end with the men's lah. The usual lah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. But who do you think should win or which team?
Is it weird for me to say that? Like, I don't really care. Like to your point of like, yes, it's a War Games match. Yeah. Like the stakes are so sort of how do I put it? Put together for the match. It's not like a culmination of a storyline, right? It's we got this match and we need the moving pieces. Let's just put these together. Who have the links?
So, like I said, the previous year's War Games I think was better thought out.
Yeah.
Even the one where the year before where Punk returned.
Yeah.
The teams on that War Games was really stacked as well. So I feel like this is a symptom of WWE in 2025 where they are just relying on the moment / star power.
Yeah.
They can coast on it for a bit more.
Yeah.
But they definitely can't do it the next time. 2026, they can't do that shit.
Yeah. Leading up to WrestleMania, whatever the fallout of WrestleMania, it's so important that they build up their storylines again.
Alright.
Yeah.
Alright. Let's just hope.
So who is this match?
As I said, let's just hope this match serves a lot of purpose. Like prolongs or creates new storylines for sure, right?
And another question, after this match, is Roman and Brock, are they going to stick around or is it just hi, we're here and we F off after that?
I have no idea.
I feel like they might.
I don't know. But you know what I want to see this match? Some dissension between the Vision.
Okay.
Can you imagine Braun Breaker face to face with Brock?
Okay. How about some dissension between Jay and Jimmy and Roman? Because they've already teased sort of,
That could be one of the ways. So what I'm more interested about this match is the dynamics of everyone in the team. What's gonna happen with all of that?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. There you go. That's Survivor Series. Okay. I haven't actually predicted who will win.
My money will be on the babyface team.
The babyface team, I kind of agree. Send the crowd home happy, and whatever dissension happens will be the storyline that leads into the next little bit.
Because to me, right, the crowd's gonna go be upset when you have Cena losing the title. So that should happen like in the middle of the card. And then it goes the...
Actually, you never know, I think that San Diego crowd might pop for Dom. Dom has been there. It's going to be a situation where the crowd cheers for both of them, even though Dom is clearly the heel.
Boos the match, like Cena losing, but then still cheers when Dom raises his hand.
Yes, I think that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, that would check out.
Yeah, and Stephanie and Nikki, like, this toilet break.
Nah, it's like after the Women's War Game, go toilet, the match finish, then continue.
So you're talking about 2 women's matches in a row?
I don't know. I mean, they've done it before. But you know what? Fine. You know, I'm just going to be fair. I am looking forward to watching one segment of that match.
Okay.
The Devil's Kiss.
Oh.
Yes.
On Nikki Bella.
Yes.
There you go. And with that, that's Survivor Series. Like we said, we got Tranquilo coming up. We got Survivor Series as well. Enjoy the wrestling that's upcoming as we wrap up today's podcast. Thank you so much for hanging out with us here on this. I guess when we release this, it'll be on a Sunday evening.
Tomorrow.
Oh,
I mean
yes.
later today.
Well, yeah, because it is like almost 2 a.m. So we got to get out of here. He doesn't have any Red Bull in his system, so he's about 2 seconds away from crashing.
The fact that we're doing it is because, you know, we love wrestling, right?
Oh, yeah.
So if you guys appreciate what we do, please consider supporting us on Patreon or at least follow us on our socials. Road to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, bro.
Let's go. Help Foreign fund his Red Bull and apple cider vinegar addiction. I don't know if it's addiction. It's just
not an addiction.
your drinks,
Yeah,
basically.
It's just normal things that I drink.
Yeah.
But you know what, guys, please support your local wrestling as well. We were here for Grapplemax. If you guys got a ticket for SPW Tranquillo, great on you guys. Enjoy the show. This time next week, we'll probably review Tranquillo if you are going. And of course, review Survivor Series as well. So, what a great way to end the year. You know, the podcast season also is going to be ending really soon, so look out for our usual end of the year shenanigans. You know what we're gonna do.
And then after that we can take a break and enjoy the festive season, bro. I need a break also. Like,
I'm sure you have been hustling with your house.
It's been my house, the content I've been putting out on social media as well. It's been a crazy year. You know, the shutdown of radio on my end. So yeah, hopefully 2026 manifest the great things, better wrestling storylines, more crazy local wrestling stuff.
Correct.
And health and wealth for everybody.
Yeah, man. And you know, if you guys enjoy wrestling, this is your escape. This is both of our escapes, our ways to distress.
Yeah.
Continue supporting your local wrestling. Continue supporting the podcast as well. Really appreciate it.
Join us on Patreon and join us on Discord, where you can continue the conversation even when we are off doing our own little thing, right? There's that community there that's always ready to chat about local wrestling, WWE, AEW, even New Japan, all that kind of stuff. So Discord links are in the bio and all that great stuff.
Yeah, man.
All right. Let's get out of here before the clock hits 2 a.m. and Foreign turns into, I don't know what you turn into at 2 a.m.
A pumpkin.
A pumpkin. All right, bro.
Yeah.
Let's get out of here. It's Mister Young.
And it's Foreign in the building. Take care.
Let's go.